Welcome, everybody, to Shasta College Football. Aaron Williams here, alongside my good friend Tim Naylor sitting in again. It is time again, once again, for Shasta College Football. We are here at Memorial Stadium as the Knights prepare to take on American River College, start of Golden Valley Conference play. Got Brendan on the camera tonight. TJ and Tracy are at a wedding on the coast. Good for them. Family comes first, and I think we're in for a heck of a night of football. Timmy, it's once again, it's one of those trademark Memorial Stadium nights. Sun setting in the west. You've got view of Lassen. It's going to turn pink here in a few minutes. American River's punting crews out on the field. Teams are in the locker room, and they're getting ready to play. And despite the fact that the Knights are 2-3, American River's 2-3, it's a brand new beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you get in the conference, everything kind of amps up a little bit more than the rest of the preseason. As you can see with their records, both being 2-3, kind of similar teams at this point. So this is kind of a big game for them to try to get back on track and start off conference the right way.
Yeah, you never want to say must win, and unless you're looking to get in the playoffs or stuff like that. But this is as must win as you can get because. I talked to Craig Thompson, who was filling in for Brian Hamilton on our nighttime podcast, and he's like, this is a fresh start, man. If you want to win conference, go to a postseason bowl game. It starts this week, and, the last time we saw the Knights, you saw them in the downpour at Diablo Valley. They went on the road for a couple of weeks, lost a couple, one in pretty bad fashion, and the other, I think, they talk about beating themselves. They had a bye week, which I think is nice, but it really does start now.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a lot of good things to build off of preseason. I think they got a good idea of what their guys are good at. I know they're really excited. I know they had a few guys that were pretty banged up here the last few weeks that are getting healthy. So I'm excited to see these guys compete.
You've been a player at both levels, high school and JC. You're a coach. Sometimes the bye week is a curse. Sometimes it's a blessing. And I think talking to the guys this week, it definitely is a blessing because you do have the ability to kind of not just get healthy, but reset kind of things, take stock in, all right, this is what we do really well. This is what we're not doing really well. And how can we either simplify it or correct it or dial it in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying through the first 3-4 games to really get a good idea of what you're good at. And you get into the bye week and not only let your guys kind of go get their minds right for a few days, get a few days off, but in those days as a coach, you really get to dive in and say, hey, let's figure out exactly how we attack conference, how we attack these next few games. And honestly, just depth chart wise, at this level, junior college, a lot of guys, you see a lot of dudes get reps out there. So by this time, you're having a great idea. So.
Well, and that's a thing too. I know there's going to be some personnel changes. That time off, I know they took a little time off and then they dive back in. That allows you as a coach, doesn't it, to make those personnel decisions like, hey, this guy's been busting it in practice, and when in his limited time he's shown it, so let's give him that opportunity, right?
Yep, absolutely. I've been hearing from Coach Cody Ramage, one of their assistant O-line coaches, that they've been doing a little bit more competition stuff the last few weeks because you still got to keep the physicality up in practice, even though it's your bye week. You want your guys to get healthy, but you still got to find ways to compete. Especially at this level, a lot of guys are scrapping in practice to get reps out here on Saturday nights, but. I'm sure it was a good week off for him. I know there's going to be a lot of good energy in this stadium, but like you were saying, there's not a much better place to be in California than right here at Memorial Stadium.
Let's meet the offensive starters.
Gabe Curtis, quarterback, Sandy, Utah.
Eli Cortines, running back, Redding, California.
Tyler Carey, wide receiver, Redding, California.
C10, Ken Williams, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Josiah Graham, wide receiver, the Eureka, California.
Trey Foster, tight end, Medford, Oregon. K-State coming forward, left tackle, Grants Pass, Oregon.
Ben Schrader, Spirit Lake, Idaho, guard.
Amul Tausili, online, Seattle, Washington.
Danny Badalega, guard, Beavers in Oregon.
Shiloh Nicholson, right tackle, Eureka, California.
Dennis Perez, kicker punter, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Rudy
And Tim, one of the things we met the offensive starters, and Gabe Curtis is the guy that we've kind of relied on to lead the offense. We've seen Caden Webby, we've seen Gavin Dobson come in. You played for Brian Hamilton. How hard is it to be a quarterback under Hammy?
You know, Hamilton has very high standards for just about any defense. You know, and it's tough. They haven't really give the full reins to any one of their guys. They all kind of bring their pros and cons to this offense. But it's been interesting to see kind of Dan Lewis have his wrinkle in on the offense. But and
head coach
and that's
Brian Hamilton,
especially a quarterback.
athletic director Mike Maury,
Tell you, read,
and the entire Shasta College athletic
really
department.
humble you up.
You got to have a lot of intestinal fortitude to play that
Memorial
way,
Stadium,
right?
Yeah,
on the
well,
beautiful campus
You got to have thick
of
skin and
Shasta
just
College.
understand that it's coming from a place of
Today's
love.
matchup
and,
is between American
gotta
River
start a
College
football game. So anytime you're
and your
and
Shasta College. Ah.
You know, and while the offense has shown flashes of brilliance, the defense has also shown. I mean, there's some dogs on that defense. They've got athletes. They just kind of haven't been able to put it together consistently. They're allowing 32 points a game, 370 yards a game, and that's just not a recipe for success, is it?
No, it's not. And like you said, we've seen them come out in that last home game they had. They really showed what they're capable of. They got a really scrappy defense.
Here comes the Dogs.
I know they had a couple. I know Coach Valley's going to have these guys ready to rock and roll.
Well, let's meet the defensive starters.
Number 10, wide receiver, Cam Williams.
Braden Rhodey.
Number 12,
Eugene Norton.
quarterback, Gavin
Jones,
Dobson.
D-line, Portland, Oregon.
Number 44, linebacker, Aiden Alsop Anderson.
Jaquay Mills.
And number 19, linebacker, Anthony Layton.
Seattle, Washington.
Anthony Slayton, linebacker, Crescent City, California.
You need to come out.
Captains are out at field. They're doing the coin toss. The pregame show is brought to you by our proud sponsor by Shasta Orthopedics. We're almost getting ready to get underway here. A beautiful night. We got a couple minutes left. We'll once they do the national anthem, we'll get silent. Final thoughts, Timmy. What do you
Tonight you're led by
expect?
fourth-year head coach Brian
I expect a
Hamilton
close
and are currently
ball game.
2-3.
There's a lot of talent on both
Today's
sides.
opponent for your night
I expect
are the
the
American
Knights
River
to
Beavers,
come out
led by
early and try to get just both
year
sides
head coach
run game
John
and the pass game
Osterhout.
going on. I feel like they've really relied heavy on the run game, and they've had success with it. But
We would like to
I feel
thank
like
the
tonight,
Beavers and their
if they're
fans
gonna
for
be
coming.
the explosive offense that I know the Knights can have, they're going to have to be explosive through the air, and I think that'll help them out in the run game.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be the defense has got to be able to get off the field. Offensively, they're going to have to string some stuff together, but when you can't, defense, you got to get out there. You can't be out there. Last week against Sac City, the offense picked up, I think, 12 first downs. And you got to do more than that. You got to help your defense out because when they're fresh, we've seen this defense, they can come after you.
Yeah, absolutely. They
Ladies
got
and
to start
gentlemen,
fast.
at
You
this
never want to
time,
leave your
we
defense
kind
out
of
there for
request
too
that
long.
you please rise
That's the
and
Knights are going to
remove your
start off with
caps
the ball
and
right
join
here.
our teams and
Get
coaches
it rock and roll.
for the playing of the national
Step aside
anthem.
for the anthem. We'll be right back. Shasta College football on Shasta County Sports. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor here. Getting ready to get started. Before we get started, I really would like to thank our sponsors and make everything possible. Shasta Orthopedics, they were sponsored our pregame show. Reading Rancheria, they've been with us since day one. Clearview Autographs, U.S. Cryotherapy, and Raw Restaurant. And our opening kickoff is sponsored by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive. Come and enjoy sushi and the full menu for lunch and dinner, 7 days a week. Raw Restaurant. Yeah, they've done that several times, bringing, C.J. Williams especially, bringing the ball back several times, 40, 50 yards. He's back there deep with Holden Gilbert.
DJ Williams.
ARC was slow coming out onto the field, and they're slow coming out of the locker room. They're slow coming out on the field now. Maybe we scared them off. What do you think, Tim?
Maybe so. Nights are looking pretty dangerous. Start rain.
Until it gets dark and those dark numbers get to be a pain to see. But
Across the field.
Zach Schreiner is going to kick off for the Beavers.
On the positive side, Aaron, I don't think we're going to.
Kicking the ball for the Beavers, number 49.
Yeah, it's funny because I was flying over the Pacific coming back from Kauai and listening to the broadcast, and I'm like, I missed not doing the broadcast, but I sure as heck did not miss all that chaos. Lightning, rain, thunder. I mean, good Lord.
We had a good football game, though, too. It was kind of anxious just to get the game.
And here's the opening kick. It's going to be taken by Williams on his 1 yard line. Brings it up the middle of the field. Gets up to the 20, and he's wrestled down. And that's a start 1st and 10 on their own 18.
Ball spotted.
Seems like it's
First
been
down.
pretty consistent for
At the
the Knights
19.
to send out Gabe Curtis first and really trying to get that physicality rolling with their offense.
Yeah, you and I were talking before we came on the air that they really kind of tried to make their identity as a run team, but there are times when you just have to pass, and Curtis hasn't shown that kind of desire or the ability to do that. Twins to either side. Fake the fly sweep handoff up the middle.
Yeah, like you were saying, we were saying, you really gotta be multi-dimensional at this level. If you're too heavy run, you're gonna get loaded boxes, and they're gonna test
Eli Cortez keep the run. Second down.
Really have, so
Eli Cortez was the back on that carry. No gain. Bring up 2nd and 10. Same formation. Receiver in motion. Fly sweep handoff. Makes a cut. It's like Mark Ward on the carry.
Mark Ward
Picks
with
up
the
about
run.
3.
Yep, here's one of these situations, 3rd and long early on in the first drive. Interested to see if they decide to go through the air here.
Trayvon Foster comes out. Josiah Graham comes in. Twin receivers either side. Cortina still the back. Ward in motion. Curtis looking around. He's going to be flushed up out of the pocket. Picks up a couple, but not enough. It'll be about 4th and 3, and the Knights will be forced to punt.
Stopped by
Yeah,
number.
you want to start a football game, that
58.
first run, first play of a drive, you always want to try to set up just a really good
6 yard gain. 4th
Get a
down.
good push right there, but defense has got to go out and do the same thing ARC just did.
Robert Freeman back deep for the Beavers. Dennis Perez heels on his 11-yard line. Set for punt. Barely gets it away. End over end punt. Freeman takes it on the 40, and he's immediately dropped. Hunter Pinkston down there making a great play.
Kick received by Robert Freeman, the 4th.
You and I know a little bit about Hunter
Number
Pinkston.
29, Noah
Shasta.
Irish.
Good to see him out there getting some reps. I know he's one of their sweepers as well, eager to get the ball in his hands and make some plays.
The Beavers will use a pair of quarterbacks. This looks to be Matt Carlisle starting the game. Got an H-back, single receiver to either side. Handoff off the left side. Ture Hendrick picks up about 8, and that's what we were talking about. That first play, you get yourself into a second and manageable, Tim.
Just a little stretch action right there. The end's unable to
Tackle
go
by
up.
number 2, Razor.
Got the edge. That's what
Really?
you want to start a drive.
Second down.
Second and 2. Hendrick still in the backfield. Receiver in motion. That's Barnes. He settles on the right side of the formation. Keeper. That's Kenneth Luth in a quarterback, and he is sacked.
Quarterback keeper.
Keaton Spangler on the
Down by
tackle.
number 56, Anthony Sweeten.
There we go. That's a big time play early on in second and short. Get him in the backfield. Now we got third and long. Took that away from him. ARC's got a pretty big physical line up there. Tight end Ian Simpson. That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's one of their better their targets that they like to, along with Grayson Barnes, number 80. He's split to the near side. Luth drops back. He's got his receiver and he drops it. That was Robert Freeman in and out of his hands, and it'll be fourth down. And
Passing complete, brings up.
That was a good read.
First
Good ball,
down.
but just unfortunately dropped it. Good for the Knights. Kind of looked like they were showing a little bit of man coverage, and they backed off into the soft zone. Quarterback found him. Just couldn't keep his hands on him.
Alden Basarevic in the punt for the Beavers. Holden Gilbert back deep for the Knights, standing on his own 10-yard line. 11:41, scoreless game here. Each team has had a possession. High kick's going to be called fair catch. Gilbert makes a fair catch on about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over their second possession. 11:35 left to go here in our first quarter.
Holden Gilbert.
0-0.
First down, Knights.
Yeah, great job by the Knights defense. You know, first play, give up 8 yards. Second play, get them in the backfield. Incomplete third down. Offense is back out on the field. See what they can get going on this second drive.
Single back in the back. Bobbled snap. Curtis immediately swallowed up.
Yeah, it looks like they were just bringing pressure off that left side. I'm not sure if they
Brought down.
checked
number
to
44.
slide that direction.
Josh Tremaine.
Someone on the O-line messed up right there.
Second down.
Loss of 4 on that play to bring up second and 14. Nice.
It makes it tough when you get in these second and long situations. Got it, like we were saying, got to be good on first down.
Trips left, single receiver to the right, ball in the near hash mark. Curtis, design keeper up the middle, got a block from Cortinas, and he gets hammered at about the 25-yard line.
Run by
Dom
number-
Spence
Gabe Curtis.
with a huge lick, and
Brought
Curtis
by
is
number 17,
down.
Dom Spence.
I'm surprised Spence didn't get a flag for that because he stood over him and kind of flexed.
Yeah, you know, I think they were looking for a possible targeting call. It looked like, honestly, he went in there with his shoulder. That was a big time hit. I hope Gabe Curtis is okay.
Brian Hamilton is fit to be tied. He's down there. His hat is off. He's like, how can you not?
Yeah, Coach Hamilton will always go to war for his guys. That's never a question from him.
You know, but that's one of those things, Tim. It's once your quarterback becomes a runner, is he fair game?
100%. You know, that comes with the territory of calling quarterback run plays. Obviously, Gabe Curtis is a pretty big physical kid. But him and his big stature, you know, you can have faith in him running the football. I think anyone in that situation right there probably has this happen. I hope he just maybe lost his wind a little bit and that he's okay.
While Gabe is down, we will step aside for a moment.
U.S. Cryotherapy is the premier wellness center in the North State. We provide whole-body cryotherapy chambers for safe exposure to sub-zero temperatures. This incredible technology reduces inflammation and improves mobility. It's no wonder cryotherapy is popular with professional athletes. Cryotherapy can also be used to boost your mood and improve sleep and focus. A cryotherapy session is less than 5 minutes. Make an appointment today at uscryotherapy.com. U.S. Cryotherapy. Faster recovery, better health.
Welcome back. Caden Webby in quarterback now. Tight end to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Eli Cortinas standing to the right of Webby. 10:52 left here. Webby shuffles him to the left. Foster slides to the left. Handoff. Correction, that's Miles Wilson. He picks up a couple.
Run by number 21, Miles
Going
Wilson.
to be 4th down, and the Knights will punt.
Yeah, another tough drive. They just got to start throwing the football a little bit early on.
Well, and, that's
Yeah,
another dimension
slow.
that Webby brings, the
Back to receive the ball,
ability to
number
throw the
5.
ball.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, they all kind of, like I was saying,
The ball for the Knights.
they kind of bring the pros and cons.
That
They got a
is
couple guys
Perez.
between Gavin Thompson and Webby that can really throw the ball well. So I'm interested to see how it's going to change their game plan.
ARC had 10 on the line. They were bringing pressure, and it looks like they jumped, and they're heading off the field like they know they did. And a 4th and 4 turns into a 1st down. And, hey, sometimes the football gods reward you.
Sometimes you get in a situation where you got 2 3 and outs in a row, and football gods bless you. But it sounded like they messed with their cadence a little bit right there, and they went on to they're calling false start. I guess they did move early. They didn't get blessed.
So 4th and about 9 now. Freeman back deep for the Beavers. Dennis Perez into punt. And again, they've got 10 up on the line, and this is a max protection if you're the Knights.
Absolutely. Yeah, they got the shield punt going. There's going to be a couple guys that always come free. So,
Barely gets it away. Perez does. Freeman takes it on his 45. Makes the first guy miss, and then he slides down.
yeah, ARC really coming
Number
out.
5 on the return.
They are aggressive.
Stopped at the 48.
And why not? Because the Knights have shown on special teams in the last couple of weeks, kind of those brain farts.
Yeah.
And if you can take advantage of something, why not?
Yeah, you got to be locked in all 3 phases of the game. So, I'm sure they'll figure it out down there.
Kenneth Luthen at quarterback. Hendrick standing beside him. Grayson Barnes in motion. Knight showing blitz, back off of it. Handoff to Hendrick. Gets to the edge. Shoved out of bounds.
I was about to say, it looked like they had a hold down here on the linebacker that was scraping.
Run by number 34, Trey Hendrick.
I think we're going to have a holding. Bring
This in the bounds by number 3, Noah. That's it.
Noah Benson hit him, shoved him out of bounds, and it is a hold.
Both offenses kind of having some mental errors here. Really not explosive plays. I'm sure that'll change throughout the game.
First down.
Ian Simpson with the hold.
A couple of Shasta High products out there with Keaton Spangler and Bladen Stanky. Good to see some local guys out there getting some PT.
Penalty backs Beavers up to the 42-yard line. Be 1st and 16. Trips to the right. Handoff to Hendrick to the short side. Gets a hole. Blasted out of bounds. Rajon Williams.
Run by number 34, Trey Hendrick. This in the bounds by number 2.
Yeah, looking like they like to play off this left side a
Williams.
lot. Having that big blocking tight end, it seems like they want to get off the edge wherever he's lined up.
And he was patient enough. He just patient enough and found that seam, and he's got enough giddy up and go that he did.
Yeah, they've had the edge on a couple of their runs here early on. Pretty explosive run there.
Second down.
Pick up a 13. It'll be 2nd and 3. Again, trips to the right. Luth looking for Barnes. Flag comes in late.
Pass complete to number 80.
The ball was off target, and Barnes was able to come back and make that reception. I know the Shasta sideline was screaming, no, 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 no.
Yeah, could have been a little low. I think we're going to have a personal foul flag right here.
It's against the Knights. And having played for Brian Hamilton, that those pre-snap penalties and the penalties that you can control, like personal fouls, those just grated him, don't they?
Yeah, man, you get the eyes from Coach Hamilton. He doesn't really even have to say a whole lot to you. That's the last guy you want to be on the bad side of.
Ball moved down to the 21-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Beavers. 8:49, scoreless tie. ARC on the move. Single receiver to either side. Design boot. High throw, caught. Down inside the 10. Again, Barnes, and he's their favorite target.
Number 80, Grayson Barnes.
Yeah, that's a great catch right there. Just a little play action boot away with him slipping from the backside. It's really hard to cover as a defender, but you're just taking a chance of your quarterback getting hit and asking him to make a play, and that was a great catch right there.
Yeah, if he can escape, the guy that's supposed to be covering that flat is coming in on the quarterback, and and Barnes made a heck of a catch.
Yeah,
that ball was a little high. Be 1st and goal for the Beavers.
Thing had a little wobble to it. Went up with one hand. That was a great catch.
Tight formation for ARC. Hendrick up the middle. Falls forward for a couple. That's some good old-fashioned big boy football right there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that's a pretty big part of their game is lining up in these tight end packages.
Running ball number 37.
So
Casey Riley.
Trying to
2nd down.
get after it in the physical part of the game.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 3. 7:45 left to go here in our opening quarter. 0-0. ARC knocking on the door. And again, double wing formation. All 11 inside 12 feet. Handoff. Casey Riley. He gets down to about the 1 before he is upended. There's no pretense. You know what they're doing.
No, yeah, they line up in that right there. You got a pretty good idea what they're trying to do.
I was watching some film of Shasta and Orland. That's kind of like what Orland did. They just bunch and they're just going to go. Same formation.
Yep.
Luth under center.
You got a good idea what they're trying to do. It doesn't necessarily mean you can stop it.
Quarterback keeper. ARC saying touchdown. The referees are coming in short of the goal line. They're going to call for a clock stop. It was 3rd and goal. Looks like they're going to spot the ball on about the half-yard line. ARC still, and they finally, after all of that, say it's a touchdown for American River. And with 6:54 left to go here in the first quarter, ARC draws first blood. A touchdown sponsored by Clearview Auto Glass.
Yeah, Knights are yelling up here that they had stripped it and had the ball from them, but kind of hard to see the ball or anything going on when there's a skirmish like that with darn near 22 guys in the.
You've been down on the bottom of those piles. Those aren't fun, are they?
No, nope. Especially playing some guys that not necessarily really cares what's going on down there.
Schreiner in for the extra point. Bad snap over the holder's head.
Unfortunately, I think there's going to be an offsides, and they're going to get another attempt at it here.
Flag comes in. It's down on the 4-yard line on the near side. And again, Brian Hamilton's got his hands on his hips, and you can just those are the things that turn a coach's hair gray and keep you up at night.
Yeah, a couple of tough penalties early on, like you were saying. ones that you can control. They're not live plays for a holding or a possible pass interference. That happens sometimes with jumping off sides or personal fouls. Those are ones that'll just kind of grind your gears.
Schreiner with another attempt. Direct snap, and the the holder keeps, and he comes up short.
Pretty interesting
2-point try, no good.
play right there. I haven't seen many of
Number 44, he's all stop.
holder just
Look at
stand straight
stop.
up. They ran looked like just a little power with them. That's a good job by the Knights.
With 6:54 left in the first.
And
Even 6.
that's the beauty of sports
Right.
is you just see things
0.
that, usually you practice those fire plays
Yeah.
where, it's bad snap and the holder's yelling fire, fire, looking for somebody. He stood up and decided to run.
Yeah. I couldn't quite tell if that was called, but the way the line got off the football, I think it might have been called.
Sports fans, did you know Shasta College
Interesting
provides possibilities
at least.
for you to
Especially after
explore
the
your
play before
education?
they had a bad
career
snap that
path.
was up high, then they had
Visit
confidence
Shasta
to
College.
fake with the same
.edu today.
Nonetheless, it is 6-0 American River. 6:54 left to go here in the first quarter. We are sponsored by U.S. Cryotherapy. Did someone say Sub-Zero? The U.S. Cryotherapy. We know safe exposure to sub-zero temperatures leads to injury recovery and whole body wellness. U.S. Cryotherapy. Faster, recover, better health. Visit uscryotherapy.com.
Gilbert, number 1.
And this kickoff is sponsored by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive. Come and enjoy sushi and the full menu for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Raw Restaurant. Gilbert takes it a yard deep in his own end zone, coming up the middle of the field. He's got a block. Gets up to the 25, spun around, still on his feet. Close to the 30-yard line. And, that guy's been impressive from high school. He came on in his senior year in that shortened COVID year down in West Valley, and he's not huge, but he's big, and he's impressive.
He's a physical kid. Yeah, he's not real tall, but he's a strong kid that has made some pretty explosive plays for the Knights this year. So nice seeing him having confidence, bringing it out of the end zone, and setting up a pretty important drive right here for the Knights, being pretty stagnant early on.
Carey and Mark Ward to our side. Webby hits Cam Williams in stride. 50, 40, into American River territory, down to the 35-yard line. That was just a simple slant.
Yep, absolutely.
That's complete from Eli Webby.
More of Caden Webby's game is he's a good thrower of the football, so good to see
Touchdown.
him have
Number 10,
and stepping
DJ
in
Williams.
route, hitting his dude right in stride, and they're attacking. Love to see it.
And Williams broke a couple of tackles himself. Cam Williams, Tyler Carey on split to our side. Nathaniel Wilson, the H-back. Carey in motion. Fake the fly sweep. Hand off to Miles Wilson up the middle. Picks up about 3.
Running the ball, number 21, Miles Wilson. Second down. Knights.
Ward comes back in. He's on the far side, split out with Josiah Graham. Foster and Carey on this side, twins. Wilson still in the backfield. Ward in motion. Fake the fly sweep. Webby airs it out. It's got Tyler Carey on a post. Touchdown, Knights!
Absolutely great pass pro. Stepped into a beautiful post route and threw a dime. That's big.
Webby, catch complete. The number 13, Tyler Carey. Touchdown. Shasta.
That touchdown sponsored by Clearview Auto Glass. And Webby took a shot too. He had 2 guys barrel in on him, and he stood in the pocket and delivered a dime.
That's a great football. Love to see it.
Dennis Perez with the extra point. And our score, Shasta 7, American River 6.
The score with 5:32 left in the first.
5:32 left to go here.
And more. Shasta College Knights 7.
U.S. Cryotherapy is the premier wellness center in the North State. We provide whole-body cryotherapy chambers for safe exposure to sub-zero temperatures. This incredible technology reduces inflammation and improves mobility. It's no wonder cryotherapy is popular with professional athletes. Cryotherapy can also be used to boost your mood and improve sleep and focus. A cryotherapy session is less than 5 minutes. Make an appointment today at uscryotherapy.com. U.S. Cryotherapy. Faster recovery, better health.
Welcome back. Shasta College Football on Shasta County Sports. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor
Taking the ball
on the mic.
Dennis Perez.
You know, when I was thinking about this the other day, Tim, before we get to the kickoff, presented by Raw. Raw's getting honey work tonight. Raw Restaurant at Hilltop Drive. Come enjoy sushi and full menu for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. You know, I was thinking about it, Tim. I've covered you as a high school athlete. I've coached you as a high school athlete. I've coached with you. I've seen you as a junior college athlete, and now we get to be on the broadcast together.
It came full circle, hasn't it?
It's a lot of fun.
It is, man. It's a blessing to be a part of so many different things with you, man. I absolutely love what Shasta County Sports has done for the Northern California, and for you guys to continue to cover the Knights. And I just hope you guys get the love that you guys deserve, man. You guys have done a lot for the North State.
I appreciate it, and and I have to I'll tell this story really quick. I knew Timmy was the dude. I was coaching a little league team, and we were down in Anderson, and CV was getting ready to play some baseball, and a couple of my guys, I was talking to you through the fence, and a couple of my guys came up, and you were on the on-deck circle, and rather than big-timing some kids and thinking about, I got my at-bat or whatever, there was a flag on the play. Rather than thinking about my at-bat, you took 5 seconds to talk to these kids, and what do you think I should do? And they're like, you should hit a home run. And, they're waving the flag off. And I already knew you were that kind of guy, but that just kind of solidifies that what kind of person you are, that, you're in the moment of playing a high school baseball game, and these little kids are coming up to you. And, that's the kind of pay it forward thing that is sorely missing, I think, a lot in our world nowadays.
Yeah, no, I remember that specific thing. We were down in Anderson, but I had a lot of people that I looked up to a lot that always showed me love. So I would always try to go out of my way to show love to as many kids as I possibly could. But man, those were the good days, Aaron. I'm thankful for what I got in my life now, but those playing days were a lot of fun.
Definitely. Dennis Perez with the second try. Ball bobbled in the end zone, brought out. Up to the 25-yard line.
Great job by Caden Webby, man. It's not easy coming
by
off
number
the bench.
6.
I've experienced it here in football games. When you're not the guy,
Tackled by number 47.
The first group out there, the first few drives, sometimes it can be difficult to go into a football game that you weren't necessarily the guy for in the first few drives. And for him to go out there and step into a couple of confident throws and drive the Knights straight down the field for a touchdown, that's a great testament to who he is and how he prepares, even if he is backup reps or whatever.
And that's the message, though, isn't it? As Beavers are, 1st and 10 on their own 23-yard line, Luthen under center, he's going to take the shotgun snap. That's the message, though, is that whether you're the backup or not, you've got to take those reps and be ready to go.
Yep.
Handoff, flag comes in. Yeah.
You got to prepare, man. You never know what can happen in a football game. We see it all the time throughout the NFL and college and even at this level.
Run by number 5,
junior
Robert
college
Freeman.
games, you always got to have the next guy ready to rock and roll and have confidence in them. And when you're getting so many dudes in here that can play football, kind of the Knights have shown throughout the year, you want to keep your guys happy and keep them involved in the game, especially guys that bring different pros and cons. So
10-yard penalty.
got to be
play
ready.
first
Gotta stay
down.
ready, especially the quarterback position. It's a easy target to get someone hurt at times, especially when you have a running quarterback like Gabe. So
Freeman was the ball carrier. The hold was on offensive line. That'll back him up inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line.
Looks like Gabe Curtis is walking around a little bit and standing up down the sideline. Looks like he's going to be all right.
That's a tough ask if the way Caden Webby's played. Hard to take that out.
Hamilton is known for going with the hot hand. Whoever's producing is who he wants to roll with.
Ball's down on the ground. ARC rode that RPO. They recover the fumble.
Run by number 5, Robert Freeman. Taken down by number 7, McCoy. Will.
Great job.
Fumble
Kind of
recovered
met
by the
it
Beavers.
was a read option right there.
Second down.
Met the mesh, and the quarterback didn't really know what to do, and he gave it and made a great play. 2nd and long.
Yeah, that puts ARC well behind the chains. Back down to the 11-yard line. Loss of 6.
You can see the Knights right there that they got confidence running man coverage with their guys. They had 7 guys on line of scrimmage and were absolutely bringing pressure right there. So that's big time for Coach Cavalli to have confidence in his guys to go cover like that.
Luth drops back, looks to his right. He's flushed up out of the pocket. Sacked. Flag comes in late from the side.
Stop on the play by number 11, Braden Rohde.
Braden Rohde, who was a game-time decision. I know he was having some dental stuff, and good to see him in there. 4:07 left to go in the first quarter. Shasta 7, ARC 6.
Got a flag on the play. I think they're going to call it some sort of holding or pass interference up top there.
Yeah, because Luth looked to his right. He checked off it really quick and then realized the pocket was collapsing and tried to step up out of that. And he was lit.
Red ball. Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
I think he might have just came up and hit him late, or I'm not sure. I didn't quite see what happened there.
Steve-
It hurts when you have a 2nd and 20 plus right there.
And the automatic first. CJ Williams is over there talking to the ref, so it's got to be on him. And, it's got to be something, probably a hit to the head or – because, there wasn't enough time really to do anything egregious.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm interested to see what he did. I know he was over there talking to the ref. He seemed like he wasn't yelling at him by any means. He would just kind of like to know what he did wrong.
Penalty gives the Beavers 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. 4:04 left to go here in our opening quarter. 7-6, Shasta with the lead. 2 receivers to the near side. Man in motion. Trips now to our side. Tunnel screen back this way. Freeman still on his feet. Gets a block. There's a flag, though. It's going to be a block in the back. Freeman still on his feet down to the 40-yard line where he's wrestled down.
ARC's done a good job of setting up plays to the edge, but they've had pretty blatant holds on, I think, three plays now. So that was a great job setting up a little tunnel. Looked like he was faking a little blade route to the right, dumped it off. Had a lot of space, but these guys are having trouble keeping their hands inside.
Yeah, and that was obvious. As soon as it did, he pops his hands way up in the air like,
Yep.
like there's a bank robbery happening.
First down.
Those as a quarterback, when you call a screen, you almost have to just say, all right, I'm going to get hit in the face. Because you got the whole left side of your O-line saying, hey, here you go. You got to open lane to the quarterback.
And as a defender, you're taught if they let you in too easy, you better turn around and go.
Hold up. How aggressive some of these guys are up front. That free release, when you look at that guy. They almost got there.
Penalty is a loss of 2. It'll be 1st and 12. 3:24 left to go in the opening quarter. Handoff. It's Tariq Parker. He falls forward for a couple, gets close to the original line of scrimmage, picks up maybe one. Tariq Parker, a Wheatland product.
Great job by C.J. Williams getting off a block
Number
right
1,
there.
C.J. Williams.
Making a good tackle.
Number 1, Green is off for 1 play.
Looks like C.J. Williams had his helmet come off. That's the rule in junior college football. As soon as that helmet pops off during the play, you got to take 1 play off and get it back rolling.
2:49 left to go here in the opening quarter. 7-6, Shasta with the lead. ARC with a 2nd and 9. Trips to the near side, our side. Ball's far hash mark. Little screen to the near side. It's Parker. It's got some blocks. Got another flag. It'd be another hold. I think they're going to call that on Mackay and Stevenson.
Once again, Aaron, another play they get the edge. Another looks like it's going to be. I think this one might be a block in the back.
Maybe that's why they get the edge, though.
Yeah, no kidding. That one was pretty obvious. Looks like one of the back receiver kind of got him right on that backside. You gotta have the helmet in front of the shoulder pads.
Illegal block in the back. Number 16, offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Move the ball back to the 20-yard line on the 10-yard spot foul. Be 2nd and 16 for the Beavers. 2:26 left to go here in the opening quarter. Clock's running. 7-6. The Knights are ahead.
I think it's only a matter of time before Noah Benson makes a big play. I mean, he's got a couple interceptions throughout the year, and he's really made some big-time physical hits.
Single receiver to our side, 2 up top. Hand off to Parker. Little jump cut at the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. C.J. Williams comes in late trying to rip the ball. Eden Alsop. Braden Rohde in on the tackle.
Now Reed Parker with the run.
Yep, setting up a 3rd and long. Looks like the Knights are getting more of their rush package.
Number 24, Aiden Alsop Anderson.
Try to go get after the quarterback.
Number 11, Braden Rohde with the son. 3rd down.
ARC quickly up the line for a 3rd and 9. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tight end right. Parker the back. They stand up, look over the sideline. They're getting the 3 backup quarterbacks sending in signals.
Yeah, I seen that.
6 on the play clock. Luth drops back. He's got his receiver. Caught. That's Bartel. 1st down.
Yeah, that's a tough
That's
run to
complete.
cover as a defense.
Number 1, Brandon Bartle.
Breaks it off on the comeback to the sideline. As soon as those hips open, man,
First of all, Rajon Williams.
Looks like ARC's going to hurry up offense here.
1st and 10 on the 37. Handoff. Parker up the middle. Gets up to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's tough on 3rd down when you get in your rush package and then they go hurry.
Aiden Alsop with the stop. 2nd down.
Under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. I thought Jaquay Mills was lined up off sides. Handoff to Parker. He runs hard. He's carrying dudes. 1st down, ARC. Clock stops at 32 seconds left to move the
Parker with the
chains.
run.
And you knew in Wheatland days that he was a bull.
With the tackle.
Again, tempo. Handoff to Parker. He tries to run left. He gets up past the line of scrimmage. Waylon Bell on the tackle. Along with Nicky Camilla
Stop by
Baylor.
Waylon Bell.
Yeah, tough to suck in your guys like
And Nicky Camilla Baylor. 2nd down.
Hamilton has to call a timeout with 3 seconds left to go in the quarter. And they were taking advantage of that,
Timeout Knights.
trying to run as many plays as they could before the quarter, before Shasta was able to sub.
Yep, absolutely. Just going a little hurry up right there. Looks like they're having success with it, man. If you can get this D-line tired on their heels,
It was like a direct.
Sports fans, did you know
No, we can do it a
Shasta
quarter.
College Athletics is comprised of
quarter.
17 men's and women's sports?
It's plugged in
If
down
you
there.
or someone you know
I switched it
would
earlier.
like the
and this one's already
opportunity
out.
to join
Is it really?
or support our
Because
team,
the first battery was already like.
visit us today
Okay.
at Shasta College Athletics.com.
I charged.
To direct into the camera, the monitor needs to. We need like a, so it's not on batteries. It's like on the camera. Being directed. I don't have that with me.
Three seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Second at about 7. Joshua Moore, the running back in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Little screen. Luth gets it away. End of the quarter. That's Simpson. He bowls his way for a first down.
Another one of those plays where quarterback just going to accept that he's going to get hit and drop it off for a good gain right there.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Shasta 7, American River 6.
88 with the catch, Eliza Salazar.
Growing up, it was always just me and my dad. I loved going to his shop and watching him work on people's cars. My dad has always been my superhero. He taught me how to think through a problem, to never give up. As I got older, the problems got harder, like figuring out a path in life, a career, where to start, and how to pay for it all. I think starting is the hardest part of the journey, but Shasta College made it easy. There were definitely some long nights and classes that challenged me, but every step drew me closer to finding my path. Every teacher, circuit board, and equation, all of them prepared me to write the next chapter of my story. And now, my dad calls me his superhero.
Been set up 16-7, ARC up here over the Knights at home, and 9:22 left.
Reiner's kick is good.
Comes a big
The
drive.
score with 9:22 in the second. American River College 16. Shasta College
what they had success with
7.
right there on that scoring drive is throwing the ball on first down and trying to have the defense not be able to be overly aggressive, knowing that Shasta is a run-heavy football team. So I'm Coach Dan Lewis as an offensive coordinator. I'm staying aggressive right here, especially in the down 9 football game.
The ball for the Beavers. Number 49, Reiner.
Wilder kick up the left sideline. Nice job by Rajon Williams right there, finding seam, getting vertical. Looks like he brought it out to about the 25-yard line. It's going to set up the Knights offense.
9:16 left to go here in our opening quarter. ARC leads the Knights 16-7. That kickoff was brought to you by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive.
The Knights have been getting guys open in the passing game, Aaron.
Nice.
Stay aggressive in that part of their game. They got good receivers that are pretty explosive guys. Kind of help your O-line get these quick pass pros and throw some quick slants and maybe hit them with the screen.
Two receivers to the near side, single receiver up top. Foster settles in left side. Quick screen to him. He's got some room up to the 40 before he is upended. Robert Matalik. Foster's down. He got hit on a hip and got spun up.
Pass complete. Number 8, Jimmy Foster.
We apologize for the the sound. I'm like I said, TJ's our tech guy, and so this old guy is learning new tricks, and we're back, and hopefully we remain here for the rest of the game. But 9:09 left to go here in the first half. American River leading Shasta 16-7, and this is one of those things where you've got to answer somehow with this, right?
Yeah, like I was saying, now you got into a 2-possession game. You hope that you could get at least to a single possession game going into halftime and maintain the football and get a good long drive in.
One of the things that we've seen with Caden Webby is that the ability to throw the ball, but does that take away then the ability to run the ball?
I wouldn't say that as much. I just he brings the kind of gunslinger mentality, and hopefully with him throwing the ball a little bit more successful, then the defense can soften up a little bit. Early on in this game when Gabe was in, you've seen a lot of press coverage and they're bringing a lot of pressure. On that last play right there, you've seen them playing a little bit softer, and they did a great job, like I was saying, of helping out their O-line, just catch ball, throw ball, get it out. Can save your quarterback a little bit with those easy reads.
We'll step aside. You're listening to Shasta College Football on Shasta County Sports.
Clearview Auto Glass is your clear choice for auto glass repair and replacement.
Dear Dad,
Here at Boulevard Body
I was
Shop,
afraid to
we
say
use
this to your
Clearview
face,
Auto Glass
but I heard you yelling
They are
again from the
professional,
stands
and we
during
trust
the
them
game.
with our customers.
You were shouting at the coach,
With over
the refs,
15 years in
even
the
the
auto
other
glass
parents.
business, you get
It embarrasses
fast,
me when you
efficient,
yell at
and
everyone.
cost-effective
It
repairs.
really stresses
And we
me
come
out.
to you.
I
Clearview
love
Auto Glass
sports.
accepts
I
and
love my
processes
team.
all
I
insurance
just wanna
claims,
play.
and we handle all the paperwork,
But
making
not
it
if you always lose
hassle-free.
your temper.
Clearview Auto Glass, home of
Love.
the $25 rock chip repair, and remember, we come to you.
Shasta College football. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor on the call here tonight. Beautiful night here at Memorial Stadium. One of the best JUCO venues around, I tell you.
Yeah, when you go play games on the road and you experience what it's like in other stadiums, it's not quite the same atmosphere that you get up here in Memorial Stadium, Shasta College. So, yep, like you're saying, beautiful evening. Let's hope Trayvon Foster's okay. Looks like he's a little banged up walking off the field. So, hopefully the trainers can get him dialed in and get him a comfort.
Handoff up the middle, Holden Gilbert.
You had me fooled too. They actually handed it off to Tyler Carey. That was a great fake.
Tyler Carey, the ball carrier.
If I have any sort of stagnant offensive series, I'm going to the side.
Josh Tremaine with the stop.
And as we've seen on the touchdown pass, Tyler
Touchdown.
Carey, kind of
Shasta.
struggles. He still has continued to produce for him. So if I'm Coach Dan Lewis, I'm trying to do what I can to get the ball in 13's hand, letting him make plays.
Well, I mean, that's the old football adage. You want to get the ball into your playmakers' hands, no matter where they are, who they are.
Yep, absolutely. Seconds, got to get the play off.
Looked like Shasta moved, but they didn't call it. Webby rolls. Wilson hit as he receives the ball. Incomplete. He's 2nd and 10. 8:11 left to go here in the opening half. 16-7. American River leading your Knights.
Brings up 2nd down.
Great play by the ARC defender. He wasn't really fooled by the play action fake much and just drove on that drag route and made a great play.
How hard is that as a quarterback to make that spin boot and set your shoulders to make that throw?
Especially when you're rolling left, away from your throwing shoulder. So play action that way and get your hips around. It's not an easy thing at all.
2nd and 10 for the Knights. 2 receivers to the far side. Fake the fly sweep. Handoff up the middle.
Run by Holden Gilbert, just getting vertical, making one cut, Aaron, and getting where he can. It's a great run, setting up a 3rd and man. Like we were saying earlier, you get in these 3rd and 4 situations. It's I got 2 plays right now. What can I do? It's kind of that 4th down territory. So I'm surprised if they kept trying to run football.
Ball on the 42-yard line at 3rd and 4. 7:44 left to go here in the second quarter.
Got 2 guys in the backfield here. This is where they like to run that lead and let the fullback go right up through.
2 receivers to our side. False start. Right guard jumps.
Well, back to 3rd and
long. False start. Offense. 5 yards. 3rd down.
As soon as you see Coach Hamilton going down to his play sheet, it's probably a good chance the ball's going to go through the air. I know Dan Lewis is big on running the football in the power game, but once you get to a 3rd and 9 situation, obviously you got to think what's my best play to convert here.
And you got to know that if you're ARC as well.
Yeah.
Still 2 backs in the backfield, to the left and behind the quarterback. Tyler Carey on out route. Almost comes down with it. Pass interference, however.
Yeah, it looks like the safety just drove on it a little bit too early.
Rugby pass intended.
There's
Number
a good
13,
corner.
Tyler Carey. Flag on the play.
Right, giving him a chance. That's the thing about throwing a ball up to a guy in that situation. You're either going to catch it, incomplete, interception. Even if they did, it's their ball down to the 15-yard line. But at least they got the flag. It looks like they're going to get a free 1st down here.
Pass interference is the call, and that was a great pass, a nice effort. But ARC knew that was coming over. The safety was rolling over as soon as he made that cut. He knew where that ball was going.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty bang play. Pretty fortunate for the Knights for them to get a PI right there. It looked like number 17 covered a lot of ground. He wasn't there too early, but that's why we're up here, Aaron. We're not down there in the stripes.
Ball's on the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Clock under 7 minutes left to go here in our opening half, rather. Holden Gilbert tries to stretch it out to the right side. Picks up 1, maybe 2. Nice little stiff arm that allowed him to pick up a couple.
Owen Gilbert with the run.
Knight's got to keep being aggressive.
Number 40.
Yeah, and you know what? that play
was
should have gone for no gain. And that's the one thing, you know, being down at practice and seeing these guys a couple in and out of the locker room and stuff like that. Holden Gilbert he's jacked up.
Yeah, he's a built kid. You can tell he spent some time in the weight room. I know throughout him playing football down at West Valley in high school, they're pretty adamant about the weight room and being physical, and you can see he brings that to the game.
Two backs, Wilson and Gilbert. Webby across the middle, throws it behind his receiver. Looking for Tyler Carey.
Yeah,
Pass incomplete.
Are pretty
Brings
stacked
up.
physical guys.
Third down. Nice.
Between the Wilson brothers and Gilbert.
3rd and 8 for the Knights. 3rd and a long 8, actually. 6:07. Clock stops with the interception. I don't think I've ever seen the play clock go to 41 like it just did, but
Yeah, it's a little odd. They've been getting deep into the play clock just about every time. They've been snapping them with 2 or 3 seconds to go each play. So looks like they got press coverage down here.
Cam Williams, Tyler Carey on the far side. Carey in motion. Hand off to him. Makes a cut, makes one guy miss. Makes another guy miss. Still on his feet. Down to the 20, down to the 15. Tripped up. Josh Tremaine saved a touchdown.
Number 15, Tyler Carey with the run.
His high school days.
Touchdown, Shasta.
He's an explosive football player. He's not really big, but he knows how to make guys miss. He sets people up well. It's, what I've learned from these guys right now is even in situations where it looks like he's about to go down, he stays on his feet.
And that was just individual effort. The guy should have had the defender should have had him in the backfield. He made that guy slip and miss, and then he broke a tackle and picked up 15 more. And ball's down inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 12.
3rd and 9 too. That's a big win right there. Big situation.
Blitz coming. Flag. Looks like a timeout. It's called. The play clock was
Timeout
winding
with
down.
5:30 left in the second. Madison River 16. Shasta College 7.
Trying to just execute and get the play in and rock and roll.
Well, and that's also one of those things that we talked about earlier is taking those mental reps. When you're calling X15 slot wide, you're calling all that. You've got to have that mental clock in your, and it's hard to do sometimes when you're taking second team reps, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You're a second team guy. You're not always thinking about the in-game situation. You're just trying to grab the grasp of the offense. And I know they've been preparing each one of these guys. They've been getting pretty similar reps throughout the week in practice. But like I was saying, anytime you're on the sideline for the first few drives, you're not out there in 5 colors. It's not an easy thing to go out there. He's done a pretty good job of managing the game. He's throws pretty good passes to give these guys opportunities. So I think if this Knights offense keeps staying aggressive and finding their matchups they like, they should be just fine.
After the timeout, 5:30 left to go here in the half.
Oh, a little end around right here in reverse.
Tyler Carey, he is going to walk in for a touchdown. Beautiful play call. They fake the handoff to Gilbert up the middle. End around.
Hand off the middle.
Starting to get a little chippy down there, too.
Touchdown!
That's a
Touchdown!
staple of this offense right here. You run that zone so many times up the middle. You get down here in the red zone. Shasta Knights are running the end around. That's a great play for them. They've continuously run in for years.
5:24 left to go here in our opening half. Cuts the lead. American River 16, Shasta 13. Dennis Perez in for the extra point. That touchdown brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass.
Pretty interesting how they have their 2 guys that far in the backfield on PAT.
Perez's extra point is good.
Dennis Perez,
5:24 left to go in our half.
Yes,
ARC 16, Shasta 14.
American River College 16, and yours, Shasta College Knights 14.
Big time drive. That was a much needed series.
big third and long conversion. You know, now and if you're Anthony Cavalli and you know, Doc Jenkinson and those guys on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to tell your guys, hey, you got 5 minutes, you know, let's get off the field and give our offense another shot, because, you know, they've got one timeout left, and you know, Webby's been shown us tonight he's got the ability to move the ball.
Yep. Getting possible 2-minute offense, get the ball back, possible bringing out here. You just want to tell your defensive backs, it's going to be over. Like you said, it's a double. So here, just kind of hold the water a little bit. Understand, let's just rally up and make tackles in the 60s. Add more to their lead.
That touchdown was sponsored by Clearview Auto Glass. And this kickoff is brought to you by Raw. Perez boots the ball deep. Freeman is going to take it on his own goal line. Comes up the near hash, up the middle. He's still on his feet. One missed tackle. He's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5, 100-yard touchdown.
It looked like the Knights had an opportunity to tackle him. He just came in there and kind of threw his shoulder at the guy. Didn't really down to make a play.
On about the 35-yard line, when you miss that, the lane opens up, and sure enough.
The thing about special teams, man, if you're a guy running down on kickoff and you're extremely aggressive, and you don't break down and make a tackle, a return man makes one cut, and there's a lot of room right there. So, as we were just talking about, not much time left in the half. We got 5:10 left for the Knights offense to try to get back down the field and do exactly what they did this last drive. Probably have to be a little more aggressive in the passing game, knowing you don't have a lot of time. So, unfortunate for the Knights special teams to have that happen, but got to bounce back here. This ARC goes up 23-14.
Extra point is good.
Kick is good.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass.
American River College, 43.
In order to get where you're going, you need to see what's ahead. Clearview Auto Glass can replace or repair your windshield conveniently, even while you're at work. You can't beat the amazing customer experience and fast and high-quality repairs. Clearview Auto Glass is a proud partner of Shasta County Sports. ClearviewAutoglass.net or call 347-7444. I'd like to thank Eric Thibodeau, longtime friend of Shasta County Sports and sponsor.
Back to receive the ball. Kick.
For
the Knights, number 6, Holden Gilbert.
Don't want
And
to give
number
that
1,
guy too much.
DJ Williams.
Seemed like that was going across the line. Give it that Anthony Thomas sprinter lead across the mark there.
Hey, when you go for a hundy on a kickoff return, you can celebrate that bad boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's been the one thing that's kind of plagued the Knights here over the last month or so has been special teams. Yeah. You know, whether it's fumbles or blocks or whatever, you can't give up a 100-yard kickoff return and expect to be successful.
You got to be locked in all three phases of the football game. No matter what your record is or how your season's been going, you got to show up every week with all three phases. See if the Knights can get a good return to set up their offense.
Kickoff brought to you by Raw Restaurant. Holden Gilbert brings it up to the 30, past the 30, up to about the 32-yard line. 5:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Knights take back over on offense and see if they can answer here.
By number 25.
It's been an entertaining game at least, right?
It has. There's been points getting scored, some pretty big explosive plays. Fortunate for the Knights, they've had a couple guys get pretty dinged up in the time where they've already had a couple guys out. So, you know, next guy mentality. Let's see these next two continue to make plays for them.
You know, in addition to our sponsors, I'd like to thank, I know we got some ARC guys listening on the broadcast, see the messages, and, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. We love what we do, and we're happy to be able to bring junior college football. I know, Tim, you played. I've covered sports up here for almost 25 years, and I love it, and there's no place I'd rather be on a Saturday night.
You know, it's a special place. And in junior college football in general, you get so many guys from so many different places, a lot of them coming straight out of high school. You get a lot of local guys.
Miles Wilson with the run.
Yeah, it's a blessing. absolutely love junior college football, and to be able to be up here
Dean Sloan,
this bird's eye
on the
view,
tackle.
be able to put out something for people that aren't able to be here to be able to watch. It's a lot of fun.
Miles Wilson, 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 2. Fake the handoff. Webby flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield. He's got his receiver. He's hand fighting with the DB. Looked like Cam Williams. No penalty. I think that's a good no call there, Tim.
Yeah, uncatchable ball. He kind of threw it over his head a little bit out of bounds. Anytime you get a quarterback out of the pocket, you kind of got the scramble drill, and the receivers are going to rather come back to you.
Webby pass incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Good job kind of putting it in a spot where your guy can maybe make a crazy play, or it's just going to be incomplete and get to your 3rd down and 2.
And see, here's what you're talking about, though. Webby's still over the sideline. Play clock's winding down to 14.
Yeah, they're going to have to call timeout. There's nobody.
Play clock's to 6. Hamilton's standing right next, and he calls a timeout with 4:30 left to go here in the half. The Knights facing a 3rd and 2, trailing 23-14.
This is a situation where it's not that
Timeout,
big a deal if you need to use a timeout.
Last timeout.
That's their last one. They still got 60 yards to go. But 3rd and 2, this is a big situation. You don't want to give the ball back to them with 4:30 left.
No, that's a lot of time, especially ARCs. I think they've got all 3 timeouts. You got 3rd and 2. The playbook's open. What do you dial up here?
They've had a lot of confidence in that sweep. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of handed off to the sweep for the
Sports fans, did you
a little
know?
fake to him and
As opposed
hand it
to
off to the back.
17 men's and women's sports, Shasta College can provide you or someone you know the opportunity to learn more about how to join or support our team. Visit us today at ShastaCollegeAthletics.com.
See how much confidence Daniels has in this one game. Coming on a little trip set down here. Trips to the wide side of the field.
Miles Wilson, the single back in the backfield, standing directly behind Webby.
I think we can see a quick pass at the top.
Bubble route. Wilson stumbles, picks up the 1st down, though, gets close to midfield. He had more, too.
That's a great play. There's one of those step right there. You can see
Miles Wilson.
First down. Quarterback.
Shasta.
It's a great job by Caden Webby, hitting his guy in full stride and able to get the 1st down. Big time play.
Twins to either side. Wilson still remains in the backfield. Miles Wilson to the right of Webby. 5-step drop across the middle. Ball a little thrown behind Wilson. Incomplete. Stops the clock, though, with 4:08. Not a huge incompletion there.
No, I think he was an okay ball. It might have been a little low, a little behind.
Pass intended for Wilson.
Like you said, not a bad situation. Just stop the clock,
down.
get your play, call you one in. Knights going in a hurry-up offense right now. That incompletions allows you to huddle up. Kind of nice to see the Knights beat Crescent through the air, though. I know it's kind of the situation they're in right now, but they got the dudes for it.
Warden Williams split wide to the right. H-back settles to the right. Handoff. Wilson tries to bounce it outside. He picks up a couple, maybe one. Bring up a 3rd and long. Clock spinning under 4 minutes left to go here in our opening half.
Wilson with the run.
You want to hurry up to try to get down there because you only got 3.5 minutes.
Jonathan Layden.
Like, okay, well, if we don't get this 3rd and long situation, we're going to have to punt. So,
Third
put your
down.
best play call in there and try to get another conversion on 3rd down.
Tyler Carey. Ball right at midfield. Tyler Carey, the single receiver to our side. Right at the numbers.
Got one-on-one down here with Tyler Carey.
Webby sacked. Back on the 30. No, they're going to spot it on the 39. He fell down to about the 36, and it'll be 4th and long, and the Knights are going to be forced to punt with
Loss on the play.
probably about 2:45 left to go here in the quarter once they finally snap the ball.
He brought a decent amount of pressure. He had Tyler Carey down here on a post route. He
Back for the
kind of
punt.
looked like he was
Number
looking
38.
right there.
Dennis Gray.
You got to kind of feel that pressure and
The receiver
try to
kick
climb
number
up
5,
and
Robert
make a throw.
Freeman.
ARC bringing a good amount of pressure right there. So hopefully this Knights defense can at least get back off the field and keep it to a 9-point ball game.
Offsides, ARC.
See if we can
Freeman
cause a fumble right here or do something.
Fair catch by
I
Freeman.
think they're gonna take the 5 yards and probably punt it again. I imagine there.
I would as well. Plus that eats a little bit of clock as well. Yeah, Freeman's not the guy I'd want to be punting to anymore.
No, keep the ball out of his hands. Oh, it looks like they're just gonna send out their defense here.
Yeah.
That's an interesting call, but
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty from the end of the catch. First down.
All right, so fair caught on the 22. That'll back him up to about the 17.
They got the option because I've seen the punt team start to possibly run back out there, but they're just going to take the 5 yards inside their own 20. You know, don't want to take a chance of a bad snap or a block punt or anything.
Exactly.
So, just take it where it is. That's a smart play by Coach Hamilton.
You know, and this is one of those situations you don't want to necessarily. You don't want to be too aggressive, but you also don't want to be too soft. You don't want to play that prevent defense. You got to kind of just keep playing what you're doing, right?
Yep, absolutely.
1st and 10 on the 17 for the Beavers. 2:40 left to go here. Looks like a blitz is coming off the edge. Pass intended for Freeman.
Yeah, there's an incomplete pass. We still got 2:40 left. If you can get them in another passing situation to get a possible another incomplete or a big play, offense might have a chance.
Second down. Beavers.
Carlisle, he was looking for Freeman. Freeman just dropped the ball. He had a defender breathing down his neck, but he just dropped it.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 for the Beavers.
Possibly a little low. Quarterback was eyeing. He's seen that pressure right there. Sometimes when you see a blitz, you're just thinking replace. As soon as that guy comes, I'm throwing an immediate hop route where he came from.
2 tight end formation. Handoff. Run out of bounds. That helps the ninth. Hendrick on the carry. Picks up about 8. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Ray Hendrick with the run. Knocked out of bounds by number 3, Noah Benson.
Keep the clock running.
3rd down.
Yeah, ARC's done a good job on a lot of these stretch plays. Obviously, they've had a couple penalties on them early on in this game, but they get the edge well down here with this tight end.
ARC calls a timeout. You know, and back to that point, though, Timmy, I mean, you've got 2:14, and they've got 60 yards, 70 yards to go. You don't want to play that soft prevent because, I mean, sometimes that prevents you from being successful, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to give them too much just a pitch and catch easy plays that are going to football, but you also want to get a stop so you can get your offense back on the field. Obviously, the Knights already used all 3 timeouts, so that can make it difficult for the 2-minute offense, but 33 here, Coach Crowell being pretty aggressive. A lot of confidence with their outside linebackers out in space covering. There's a lot of defenders, so interested to see what he goes with right here. If he plays a little softer or decides to bring the pressure, I wouldn't be surprised if the ARC tries to run the football, or if not, some sort of play action, possibly for those little screens or one of those throws.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, if you're Cavalli and those guys, you've got to trust your back end too with Williams and Noah Benson, and you know, I mean, they're as good as it gets. You know, and so you might get a one-on-one matchup, and you just got to trust those guys to be ballers, right?
Yep. No matter what happens, you gotta. That's what they say about DBs, man. You gotta have short memory. Safety's got to possibly get over and help out.
Single coverage otherwise.
Yeah.
Carlisle, pass caught, 1st down. That's Barnes on the reception, just a simple slant route. ARC in a hurry up now. Trips over there. Better.
It's only have 10 out on the field right now.
Flag. Bladen Stanky late getting on the field.
I'm not quite sure why they threw the flag because he wasn't offsides. He was just running out onto the field. That was their 11th guy.
False start.
Yeah, on them. Okay, it had to be. I was gonna say they only had 10 out there, and he wasn't running on the other side of the football.
It was close.
Now they are calling.
Outside. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
I thought he was close to the line of scrimmage where he came into the field of play. So it'll be 1st and 5 nonetheless.
That's the thing about that hurry up we were talking about earlier. It's hard to substitute.
Clock under 2 minutes left to go here in second quarter. ARC looking to go up by even more. They're leading 23-14.
Pretty soft coverage down here. Yep, quick out. That's what we're talking about, man. You don't want to give him those easy throws to the sideline. You almost just want a corner to put his butt to the sideline.
Grayson Barnes.
Keep him from stopping the clock.
Grayson Barnes on the catch. Muhammad Job.
Muhammad Job.
But a first down for ARC. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line. 1:44 left to go here in the half.
Yeah, it looks like Rajon Williams limped off the field with a lower body injury. I'm not sure what exactly happened to him, but hopefully he's all right. It looks like he's done getting his ankle taped up right now.
Trips to the far side. Shasta looked like it was bringing blitz. Freeman about 8 yards on the carry. Flag comes in late.
That's complete to number 5, Robert Freeman.
Robert Freeman.
He's having a night.
Speedy. Yeah, he is having himself a night, but
tackled by number
he's got
3.
that kind of Tyreek Hill quickness mentality to him. You don't want him in space. You want to know what number 5 is.
Gain a 9 on the play. Holding.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Face mask. Number 3 defense.
It's going to add 15.
First down.
That'll move the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line. Minute 35 left to go in the half. ARC looking to tack on another 7.
ARC already showed that they can kick a field goal from range, so Knight's defense is going to have to get us going pretty quick here.
ARC with 2 timeouts left. A minute 28 left to go here. Freeman and Barthel, the receivers to our side. Simpson up top. Carlisle flushed out of the pocket. He's got some room. Makes a cut back in, and that might not have been a wise decision. Braden Rohde was coming on the backside of that and just absolutely put a shoulder into him.
By number 56.
Yeah, you're in that situation.
Number 11. Braden Rohde.
But spinning back into defender is not always easy. We were playing Hartnell College. I think it was my second game my sophomore year in 2016. Ran a bootleg left, and I tried to set up, and boy, the guys I got absolutely whacked.
Hero ball, right?
Oh, yeah. Tough.
Yeah, you know, in addition to having that internal clock as a quarterback, you've also got to have that self-preservation. You got to make business decisions sometimes, right?
Yeah. Even when those guys are trailing from behind, you don't. Obviously, you can't see them. You hope you just have to feel, okay, I don't have time to set my feet and run this ball. In that case, when you're a runner, you just got to get down. But obviously, you see both teams have multiple quarterbacks and part of their systems. If you're out there, you're giving it everything you can to get every single yard. It's a little different if you're the ace and you've been the starter all year long. As an offensive coordinator, you don't quarterback can't get down, but you know you have a lot of guys. You just got to continue to be aggressive. Not necessarily saying you want them to get hurt, but you got to get every little bit.
But that's the thing about JUCO ball is high school. You're gonna exploit some weaknesses because high schools sometimes have that. Everybody out on this field is a dog, man.
100%. Ones and twos.
Trips to the far side for ARC. Single back. Tight end to the right. Shasta pressure. Carlisle throws the ball away. They almost had him sacked.
That's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a great
intended for
job.
number 88.
They got to be able to get pressure with 4. If you're going to have 7 dudes out in coverage, you just got to have confidence in Braden Rohde and Spangler. And
Johnny Jones also in on the pressure there.
Yep. Johnny Jones, big physical guy, really athletic. I've seen him chase down a couple of fly sweeps in the last 3-4 games that have been really impressive.
Third and about 3. 55 seconds left to go in the half. All kinds of weird movement. The left guard, shot his hand there like we're ready for the
Good
snap,
ball.
and
Ball start.
3 guys moved. The rest of the line didn't. Back them up a little bit.
If they can get a stop here, that made it a little longer field goal chance. Looked like the center just forgot to snap the ball there.
If they don't get anything, that'd be a 46-yarder where the ball is right now.
That's no gimme.
Two high safety for the Knights. Two receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Carlisle, three-step drop, looking across the middle. Receiver slips, incomplete. He was intended for Barthel. I think that was thrown behind him regardless. I don't even if he doesn't slip, I don't think he catches that.
Yeah. Little concept, ran a little whip route with the slot guy. As the linebacker flew, quarterback stepped up, had a guy open on the little throw route right there, possibly a dig. But quarterback threw it a little behind him.
Kicking the ball for the Beavers, number 49.
Schreiner in for the 45-yard field goal. Ball's going to be spotted on the near hash mark. Play clock winding under 10. Just gets the snap off. Good kick. And it's good. And with 46 seconds left, ARC takes 26-14 lead.
And the kick is good. The score with 46.7 seconds left. American River College 26. Your Knights 14.
Reading Rancheria has long been a valued community partner and leader in making Shasta County a better place to live. From lifting up their tribe members to honoring their heritage, as well as working to better the community, Reading Rancheria leads by example. Reading Rancheria, a proud partner of Shasta County Schools.
Situation where you really want KOR, you want to at least get the ball past the 40, or you'll probably see the Knights be not very aggressive and just run the football, especially in those nights. But when you get a big time return and set up possible field position, you start thinking, okay, where do I get the possible field goal range? Being down 12 points here, trying to salvage it.
You know, the good news, bad news situation in that is you head to the locker room, you're only down 2 scores. So it's not, it's not like they punched it in and you're down 3 all of a sudden heading in the locker room. And one of those 12 points is a big play, 100-yard touchdown run, so kickoff return. So, you get the feeling that ARC is leading, but they haven't really dominated, but Shasta's only shown kind of brilliance in fits and spurts, though, right?
Yeah, they haven't been.
Short kick. Wilson up to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, there's just been a couple big plays. Little hitch and go route that they threw the touchdown on. They had the kickoff return. The defense has made some pretty good stops.
Talk about number 20.
It's just
Parker.
those 3-4
First down,
plays
Shasta.
this game, what it is right now.
41 seconds left to go before halftime. ARC up 26-14 on the Knights.
I'd like to see the Knights try to take a shot, but why not?
They got twins to either side. Eli Cortinas, the back end.
Straight cover 3 here. Possible seams.
Webby with a little 5-step drop. Steps up in the pocket, throws it behind. Looks like Miles Wilson.
That's exactly what the Knights did. They seen single high safety and just ran what we call vertical routes, and
pass incomplete.
Didn't really look like there was a whole lot of
down.
Either way. You get single high, you're thinking seams, trying to step into a throw.
And if he's able to hit him in stride, he probably has a decent amount of room to run.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think the receiver was looking for the football right there too much, but like I said, it's nice to see the Knights be a little bit aggressive.
37 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line. 2 receivers to either side again. Receiver in motion, that's Tyler Carey. Fake little bubble screen to him.
Vertical.
Up to the 40, 45, still on his feet. 40, 30, he's got one guy to beat. 30, 20, guy falls down. 10, 5, touchdown Knights.
Pass complete.
69 yards.
Touchdown.
And just like that, as big a play as that KOR, that 100-yard kickoff return was, that is what the Knights need to take. That's huge going into the locker room, right, Timmy?
Absolutely. Tyler Carey, man, knows how to make people miss. He's seen that last little cutback. That's just the kind of plays he makes. And he's been making them in this town for 4 or 5 years now at a high level. So great to see it big time, man. To get it to a 5-point game here going into the half. Man, that's huge for the Knights.
Dennis Perez with the extra point. 25 seconds left to go. ARC 26, Shasta 21.
In the first half.
A touchdown.
26. And your Knights 21.
Brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass. Clearview Auto Glass, our friends. For all your auto glass needs. They're getting the money's worth tonight. We're seeing some points put up on the scoreboard.
I love it. Big explosive plays. The guys that make big plays for the Knights. You hear Coach Hamilton down there yelling, "Way to battle, way to battle." That's exactly what they're doing. You know, they're getting in situations where they hurt themselves a little bit, but they're not stopping their aggressive play. Like we're saying, you could have handed off a few times right there with no timeouts, but first play they get into a 5-step drop and get an incomplete pass. Next time, just throw a little swing route to Tyler Carey and let the kid learn. Yeah.
4 words. Don't kick to Freeman.
No, I would do what ARC did. I do not want the ball in 5 seconds. That's the thing about Coach Hamilton. He holds you to a high standard, and he'll put the fear of God. You know, when things are going good, you're doing a good job. He's the first guy to learn. He's a great leader, and that's a guy you want to play for right there.
This kickoff brought to you by Raw Restaurant. Hilltop Drive. Come enjoy sushi, full menu for lunch and dinner. 7 days a week. Caught by the up man. Still on his feet. That's Ian Simpson, brings it up to the 40-yard line. 16 seconds left. ARC
Ian Simpson with the
has to go
return.
60 yards with a 1 timeout.
Number 47, Eli.
Now do you go
Thompson
prevent? Now do you go,
with the tackle.
put all your DBs back? And
Now, with only 16
Touchdown,
seconds,
Beavers.
you would think so, but you also don't want to give up. You know, Kansas City Chiefs, my NFL team showed it can only take 13 seconds. But I would imagine they go some sort of cover 4, too high, safeties paddling out. But still got to tackle. I think ARC does have a couple timeouts, so you don't want to give up anything.
they got one. I know where you're going to be tomorrow, right?
Well, I'm going to be watching film for my high school team till about 1:24. And I'm going to flip to that Chiefs-Bills game.
Carlisle still the quarterback. 2 receivers to either side.
They're going to be aggressive.
Hook and ladder. Knight's not biting on it. First down, up near past midfield. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Stop by number 1, PJ Williams.
CJ Williams pushed Barthel out of bounds. And with 10 seconds, they got probably a short under, and then maybe something to the, with the timeout, anything's at your disposal, and you call a timeout, and then you take the shot.
Just can't lose this tight end here. Hope Simmer played the nice range.
Freeman.
Guy just tackled her. Slot corner on the clock.
Timeout with 1 second left. Yeah, during the pass as well.
Yeah.
How do you miss that one?
Robert Freeman. Tackle by number 44, Aiden Alsop.
Aiden Alsop on the tackle, but he was also helped off the field. ARC calls its final timeout with 1.8 seconds left to go here.
Well, their field kicker is showing he has a leg. I'm not sure if he has a 60-yard field goal in his bag, but
that would be impressive. All your years here, have you seen a 60-yarder? I know they hit them in warm-ups, but
Aaron,
that's just fooling around.
When I was in high school, Aldrich Rosas, Orland product, that played in the NFL for a few years. I didn't see him hit one in a game. I know in the All-Star game, he holds the record. He hit like a 54-yarder. But when we were at the football camp, the Orland product out there across in the cloud, California, he was hitting 64-yard field goals when he was a senior in high school. We were all standing there. It's like, what's going on?
Oh, come on. He's up in the cloud, though. He's got the up. It's like Denver. It's like Denver.
Then he went to SOU and made his way to the NFL. Bounced around in a couple teams. But that's about the only guy I've seen 60 field goals.
Should be the final play of the half.
Some sort of scramble drill. If you're a defense, make sure these guys get out of these guys get down the field.
Carlisle rolls to his left, lets it heave. He might throw that out of the back of the end zone, and he sure does. Incomplete, and that's our half. Our score, American River 26, Shasta 21. We will step aside for a bit, and we'll be back with our halftime report. You're listening to Shasta College Football on Shasta County Sports.
Each and every one of us has a story with different beginnings, different characters, challenges, and choices. And regardless of the countless pages that came before, your story has led you here, to this moment. Another blank page, untouched, with endless possibilities. At Shasta College, we've written a legacy of helping students convert their calling into a career. With over 5 campuses spread out over 10,000 square miles, we help thousands of hardworking people looking to write the next chapter in their story, just like you. We all have greatness inside of us, a story waiting to be told, where the story you write today creates your better tomorrow, whether it's online or in person. Learning to save a life or save the world, we'll continue to teach, encourage, and inspire, just like we have for over 70 years. Our students are family. We celebrate your successes, console each other in tough times, and cheer you on as you complete this chapter and begin a new one. Because your story is our story, a story of resilience, of vision, service to others, the desire to build a better tomorrow. You are the future. No matter where your journey takes you, you started here with us. And we couldn't be more proud, because this beautiful, crazy, wonderful life story that's been unfolding in front of you isn't written about you. It's written by you. Right here, right now. Welcome to the next chapter, Shasta College. Learn more at shastacollege.edu.
If you break a bone or have arthritis, where do you go? Well, that's easy. Shasta Orthopedics has opened Redding's largest, most complete center for orthopedic care. So let's say you get hurt playing sports, or you think you have a problem with your shoulder. Shasta Orthopedics has the equipment to check things out. We have a full team of specialists, so for many things that can break, you know who to call. Shasta Orthopedics.
Redding Rancheria, proud to play our part.
Clearview Auto Glass is your clear choice for auto glass repair and replacement.
Here at Boulevard Body Shop, we use Clearview Auto Glass exclusively. They are professional and we trust them with our customers.
With over 15 years in the auto glass business, you get fast, efficient, and cost-effective repairs, and we come to you. Clearview Auto Glass accepts and processes all insurance claims, and we handle all the paperwork, making it hassle-free. Clearview Auto Glass, home of the $25 rock chip repair, and remember, we come to you.
U.S. Cryotherapy is the premier wellness center in the North State. We provide whole-body cryotherapy chambers for safe exposure to sub-zero temperatures. Why sub-zero? Because safe exposure to cold air leads to faster recovery from injury and whole-body wellness. This incredible technology reduces inflammation and improves mobility. It's no wonder cryotherapy is popular with professional athletes. Cryotherapy can also be used to treat chronic pain and migraines, boost your mood, and improve sleep and focus. A cryotherapy session is less than 5 minutes. It's safer, more tolerable, quicker, and more effective than a 20-minute ice bath. There are anti-aging benefits too. Cryotherapy increases antioxidant levels and improves collagen production, which can rejuvenate skin for a more youthful look. Make an appointment today at uscryotherapy.com or call us at 530-691-4488. US Cryotherapy. Faster recovery, better health. Locally owned and operated.
Summer's calling, drawing you back to those long, magical days. A first fish, a second round, and one last log on the fire. Because up here, the river grounds you. The quiet speaks volumes, and the sky just seems bigger. So plan your escape and follow your heart to Southern Oregon. Your adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At Tri-Counties Bank, something great happens when you switch to better banking. You feel welcomed. We listen and then offer the solutions you need. We ensure your accounts, direct deposits, and mobile banking are good to go. And with 24/7 customer support, plus access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, we're here whenever you need us for years to come. Switch to a better banking experience. This is Service with Solutions.
I'm Tracy Edwards, CEO of the Reading Rancheria. Giving back to our local community is a tradition that is firmly rooted in our history.
Axiom Repertory Theater wants to thank the Rancheria for their generous grant to help support the arts and our theater in the community. Thank you so much for being a wonderful partner.
Hey, from all of us at Riddick Sports Club, we want to thank Reading Rancheria for all that you guys do for the community and for helping us out. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Reading Rancheria, proud to play our part.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
High school sports,
or college, know your role. You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me. Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
My kids and I are a team. They're my inspiration. I guess I think of myself as the CEO of my family. I do it all. Head chef, accountant, manager. Turns out that the skills needed to provide for my family are the same ones needed in a career. I started at Shasta College to show my kids that they can do anything they set their minds to. Culinary classes became my passion. I love cooking. And my business and marketing professors showed me how to make that passion a career. Every teacher, souffle, and spreadsheet, all of them prepared me to write the next chapter of my story. From CEO dad to CEO of my own business. I think that's a pretty good example for my kids.
The grape is fussy, so we indulge the grape. And when people label us the new Napa, we'd say no. We're Southern Oregon. Your tasting begins when you travel Medford.
Reading Rancheria, proud to play our part.
Nature has always called to me. My mom and I could spend forever outdoors. She's always been my adventure guide. When it was time to step out and choose my path, I knew I wanted to learn more about the worlds my mom and I explored together. I don't see my mom as much now, but we text all the time. I always keep her up to date with my forestry and botany classes. The skills I learned at Shasta College will help me make a difference. I can help keep these beautiful places safe for another mom and daughter to explore. Every teacher, lab, and paper prepared me to write the next chapter of my life story. I'm looking forward to my next great adventure.
I'm Tracy Edwards, CEO of the Reading Rancheria. Giving back to our local community is a tradition that is firmly rooted in our history.
From our family at Market Street Blade and Barrel, thank you, Reading Rancheria, for all you do. You guys rock the community. Thanks again. See you soon.
From the family of Trendies, we want to thank Reading Rancheria for all you have done for the businesses of the community of Reading. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Reading Rancheria, proud to play our part.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
U.S. Cryotherapy in Reading introduces the Hocket Ozone Sauna. This remarkable therapy machine utilizes powerful technologies to detox the body, improve circulation, boost energy, and strengthen the immune system, all in one short 30-minute session. The Hocket is 7 times more effective at detoxifying the body and binding heavy metals than conventional saunas. The main modality utilized is ozone, or O3, which is generated from pure oxygen. Ozone stimulates the body's natural antioxidant system and boosts energy down to the cellular level. It also inactivates viruses and eliminates bacterial and fungal infections. The Hocket is a safe and effective way to promote whole body wellness. It reduces pain and accelerates healing. Discounts available for first-time users. Make an appointment today at uscryotherapy.com or give us a call. Walk-ins are always welcome. US Cryotherapy. Faster recovery, better health, locally owned and operated.
At first, it was intimidating coming to college and starting over again. I've seen a lot of challenges in my life. Fires, jobs, you name it. But I'm learning that you're not defined by what's happened to you. You're defined by what you make happen. I'm exploring how the mind works in my psychology classes, and I'm starting to see a future where I can make a difference in someone else's life. My time at Shasta College has given me a voice. My communications teacher helped me share my story and learn how to inspire others. Turns out, my life story is pretty relatable. That gave me the confidence to realize I can help ensure everyone's voice is heard. Every speech, professor, and study session, all of them work together, preparing me to write the next chapter in my life story. Starting over is never easy. But sometimes, it's exactly what you need to find your right path.
Can you pan over to the scoreboard just so we can see how much time's left? Welcome back. Just college football. Shasta County Sports Entertainment here. Timmy will be back up here in a second. Just want to thank our sponsors, Shasta Orthopedics, Restaurant, Reading Rancher, Weekend Warrior, High School Athlete, or JC Athlete, and sports injuries happen quickly by qualified sports medicine specialists. If you find yourself bothered by a sports injury, turn to sports medicine specialist, Dr. Jenkinson. Dickinson, experience, to get you back in the game. Dr. Jenkinson and Shasta Orthopedic, changing our halftime report is sponsored by Shasta Orthopedic and Tim. Right there. There we go. Now I can hear you. You know, I was talking with Brendan, our camera guy. He's like, hey, it's been entertaining. And I'm like, yeah, you know what the difference is right now? It's a 100-yard kickoff return. You know, we were talking downstairs for Pregame at one time, the coordinator for the 12-11 Wolfpack, right? You know, and he said that it's just kind of like I said, it fits and spurts. They haven't been able, Shasta hasn't been able to piece together 2 or 3 good drives on either side of the ball. Give up a big play on special teams, come down to kick a long field goal. You just got to be able to get off the field if you're on defense, and you've got to be able to churn out some points consistently. And while I think Caden Webby's been able to do that, he's been able to give them the spark that they needed when Gabe Curtis went down. Yep. You know, you've just got to maintain it.
Like we were saying, all 3 phases have just had their little wrinkles. They've had bad plays, you know, not any offense or defense or special teams has played really bad. I mean, obviously, they had the kickoff return touchdown. You know, there's some good things to build on. I think the team that has less turnovers in this half and hang on to the football and make big plays like this way.
Yeah, and if I'm Shasta, I mean, I think the key for me in the second half is, and I'm trying to find out from Cody McCary, who does the stats for Shasta, I'm trying to find out how much Webby's thrown for, and to me, the X factor in all of this is Tyler Carey. Yeah. You've got to get him the ball in the second half, without a doubt.
Yep, it doesn't matter if it's route or just throwing it out to the ball, the lead route, man. That's the guy you want to make plays. As you've seen, he doesn't really ever tiptoe. When he gets the football, he makes a cut. He's rocking the ball. The defender gets near him. He doesn't slow down on his momentum. He makes a quick, speedy cut. That's what you want your big-time athletes and playmakers to do. We've seen
the second half.
Those
Tonight's
big
game
plays.
between the American Rivers Beavers and yours, Shasta College. The score, the Beavers 46, and your Knights
60 yards for a touchdown.
21.
That's a blessing.
That's it. You know, talk a little bit about that, because I mean, as an athlete, as a coach, you've been headed to those locker rooms, and that is a totally different mindset heading into the locker room down 5 as compared to down 12, right?
Yeah,
And supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated, and our ground will removal.
The special teams there on the kickoff. So just continue to take care of the football. Caden Webby, man, he's been throwing the football well. He's been stepping up, making plays. The line needs to continue to.
We would also like to take this time to congratulate our current all sports athletes of the week.
Got a great first half.
From football, Anthony Slayton. Out of Crescent City,
Tyler Carey,
California.
2 catches, 101
Soccer
yards.
player, Bryce Bentley.
Caden Webby, 11
All
of
the way
15.
from
Tyler Carey also has
Palestine.
3 carries for 42 yards. Williams with a 1 catch for 35. You know, so you got playmakers that you need to get the ball to.
Natalie's talking soccer. Gabe Curtis football. And Presley Hamilton from volleyball. Congratulations to our athletes.
Down, get their defense out of the field to make a big play, get the offense back on the field.
American River will receive the kickoff to start the second half. Knight's a little late coming back on. Usually they had a couple minutes to stretch, but not here. Robert Freeman and Brandon Barthel back deep for the Beavers, and I know who I'm kicking it to.
Freeman.
I'm kicking it to number 1 on the far side of the field there.
Back to receive for the Beavers. Number 1, Brandon Barthel. Number 5, Robert Freeman. For the Knights, our kicker, number 38, Dennis Perez.
This kickoff is brought to you by Raw Restaurant. Little squib kick. Simpson picks it up on his 22. Rumbles to about the 25-yard line. Still on his feet. Tries to lower his head.
I like that decision. Just go with the squib kick. Those are kind of hard to recover. Take the short hop.
ARC starts 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
Rotating quarterbacks. Kenneth Luth in for start the third quarter. We saw him in the first quarter. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Handoff. Tripped up. Aiden Alsop, it looks like, on the tackle.
I love that. It's a great way to start the half.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Torrey Hendrick with the
Torrey Hendrick, the ball carrier. He just tried to get to the edge on the right side, and Alsop shot the gap and was able to bring him down.
Sometimes we see 2 quarterback systems from, like we're seeing from ARC. They kind of have different complements to the game. Both these quarterbacks seem like they play the game similar.
2nd and 13. Fake the handoff, slant. Freeman, the intended receiver. They're lucky they didn't get a pass interference on that.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been there a
That's
little bit
intended for
early,
number
but
5.
made a great play with his off arm and
Rooking
all the
it.
way
Number 25.
Nikki Kamelamela.
Kamelamela.
You know, and that's a tough ask in that slot as kind of a linebacker to make that read and make that play, right?
yeah, absolutely. Obviously, when you're right there in the slot, there's a lot more room that you have to cover rather than the corner with the sideline to the back. So you're asking a lot out of your guys there.
3rd and 13. Barnes in motion. He settles in, trips to the left side now. Looked like the screen pass.
Got to break down
Hendrick.
tackle.
And they don't. And Hendricks picks up first down. Up past the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Beautifully designed screen pass.
That's complete to number 34. Torrey Hendrick.
You see 3rd and long. A lot of
Brought
the time
down by Waylon Bell.
When you're a D-line and you get that free release like you were talking about earlier, Aaron, you kind of rein yourself back a little bit and just settle in.
1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. 13:50 left here.
Good design by ARC. Bubble up top.
Incomplete. Freeman, the intended receiver. Yeah,
Pass intended for number
was
5.
close to backwards pass, right?
Yeah, it was close.
Robert Freeman
I think we're fortunate. Robert Freeman did
brings up 2nd down.
Kind of a break for the Knights.
C.J. Williams was out there, but, I mean, as Freeman's shown, he has the ability to make people miss and take stuff to the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
2nd down for ARC. They're leading 26-21, 13:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Just started the third quarter. Thank you for joining us. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor. TJ and Tracy are at a wedding in Oregon. Design quarterback keep. Picks up about 2 hard yards. You know, as a quarterback, when they call that number, is it like, all right, I'm looking forward to this, or, oh, God, I got to go up the middle?
You know, they've
Quarterback
had
keeper.
success running the football.
Stop by number 7.
So they kind of surprised me.
Brings up 3rd down.
Probably has a little bit of confidence. So I'm thinking, hey, running backs had a lot of success. I'd like to hand it off to this one. Not be 10.
3rd and 8, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Barnes down our side. Low snap. Sacked. Aiden Alsop. Low snap that threw the timing of the play off. And Alsop, it looked like Amani Jones was able to get in there. Alsop was one that got to him.
Alsop Henderson. 4th down.
Little double. Shout out to the team. 2.5 minutes, and the Knights got the ball right back yard.
There we go. Holden Gilbert back deep, standing on his 15-yard line. High punt to the far side. And it's going to roll out of bounds inside the 25-yard line down to the 23, and that's where the Knights will take over their first possession, looking for the go-ahead score here. 12:15 left to go. American River 26, Shasta 21. I'd like to thank Raw Restaurant. Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Enjoy not only Raw's delicious sushi, but they have a full menu, meaning there's something for everyone that will leave your taste buds wanting more. Check out Raw on Hilltop. 605-4628. Raw, a proud sponsor of Shasta College football. Tight formation for the Knights here to start. Man in motion. Looked like Tyler Carey. Handoff to the running back. Picks up about 3.
Holden
Gilbert, the ball carrier. You know, and that's that element that Tyler then brings, right?
With the tackle.
You've got to account for him, and you've got to spy him, and that might open up something for a guy like Holden, right?
100%. When you get that, that's the thing about this fly offense. As a linebacker, you rather got to run with the fly or you got to stay sound in the box. So Ty Carey starts having success, you got to start running, and that's going to open up the inside run.
2nd and 8. Screen pass. Looks like Mark Ward gets to the 20, loses a couple. They're going to spot it on the 22, and he did lose about 5. Well, and you know, Webby was backpedaling and backpedaling and backpedaling, and that play just got deeper and deeper.
On the play by the Beavers.
On that screen, you kind of want to look the other way, and in the last second drop it off the other side, but he kind of had his eyes on it. They didn't really fool him, so setting up a 3rd and long,
Loss of 4 to be 3rd and 11. 11 minutes left to go here in our 3rd quarter. Twins to either side. Man in motion. Fake the fly sweep. Little high screen. The high pass was high. Intended for Cam Williams. The Knights will be forced to punt.
Defended by the Beavers.
Yeah, they call the back screen passes there. Need there. Had a whole lot of success. There was a little room right there. He kind of floated that ball out there, but
yeah, but he threw. I mean, you're throwing into double coverage, even though you've got two linemen coming out to provide blocking for you.
Yeah,
the pass was high as well. So
yeah. Once again, the timing just slipped off.
That is Perez.
3 and out. Hopefully the defense can get another stop.
Robert
Freeman back deep for ARC, standing on his own 39-yard line. Dennis Perez kicks it to the far side. Freeman coming up. Fair catch. Or no. Catches the ball on the 45-yard line. That should be a penalty. Skirmish going on the near side or the far side. Chase Rothy and Aiden Mallory were like, I mean, it looked like section wrestling time there.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a penalty. If you
it should be.
Catch and then you catch it, you hear Coach Valley yelling out there. You can't do that. So.
I don't know. I don't know if he ever really kind of, because they tell you the the referee back there with you, hey, if you're going to call fair catch, make it obvious, right?
Yep.
And I don't think he ever did, really.
Well, if you don't do it and then you catch it and you stop, I think it's kind of like as a quarterback, you give up.
You're giving up?
The play, or something like that. I just don't think it's that fake like you did for your team. But they got it right. Knight's defense got to get another stop here.
1st and 10 for ARC on their own 46-yard line. 10:46 left to go in the third quarter. Reverse to Freeman. He's got a block from the quarterback. He slips and falls, however. Loses a yard. Kenneth Luth had the block, and the defender slipped off of it, and I think that forced Freeman to make a cut he didn't want to.
Number 22, Tariq Parker passes the ball to number 5, Robert Freeman, for a loss. Second down.
It's a great job by the backside, not being overly aggressive on that reverse, staying sound, containing the backside, made him make a cut up inside, and he just lost his footing. So,
and that, I mean, that's what you teach that backside. You don't chase. You sit at home. 2nd and 11 for the Beavers. 10-11 left to go in the quarter. Luth drops back. He's got his receiver in stride. Grayson Barnes. That looked like a blown coverage. And he takes it all the way inside the red zone down to the 13-yard line.
Number 80, Grayson Barnes.
Looks like a Knights player is stuck in the kicking net over there on the away sideline.
Tackled by Waylon Bell, number 34.
Noah Benson.
Yeah.
And ARC takes advantage of that. They run tempo, give the ball to Parker, and he runs off right tackle and scores. Touchdown, ARC.
The Knights were unable to get
Touchdown,
the guys in the Knights defense was over there trying to help us.
Two of them were,
get
yeah.
out of the kicking net, and ARC lined up and just ran it. Then the guy cut back right to where the defender was and ran it for a touchdown. So Knights offense is going to have to get rocking and rolling.
ARC now with a swinging gate. Penalty comes in.
Yeah, not what you want there. Now you're setting them up for a possible 2-point conversion attempt.
Dead ball. Offside. Defense. Half the distance. Replay PAT.
Offsides on the Knights. That'll move the ball slightly forward. Schreiner for the extra point. Let's see if they go swinging gate again. And they don't. And they do. 8 seconds left to go.
Enough dudes out wide here.
3, 2.
Have to waste the timeout on a PAT attempt. Interesting call by ARC there. They got there.
Get a little too cute sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, they got there halfway to the goal line there. I'm not sure what they were trying to do.
You know, and the curious part about that, whether it's a 2-point or whether it's the single PAT, it's still 2 scores. It's not that difference maker that boosted the threshold to a three score game. So why fool around with that?
Sure. And as we've seen, this is going to be a close ball game for Shasta.
Okay.
Success.
As you know,
Get back in this one.
more than 100 of our student athletes at Shasta College earned a 3.0 GPA or better. If you would like the
Yeah, you know, in a close ball game, or what could possibly be a close ball game, those timeouts become valuable currency. I probably what I would have done from the get-go.
Yeah.
Casey Riley, the back. Actually, Tariq Parker's coming back in, and they're in that double wing heavy set. And they got 2 tight ends, they got 2 wings, and they got a quarterback and a pistol, and then you got a deep running back.
Full house.
Yeah, there's no pretense about what's coming here. You know, this is just my guy beat your guy.
Yeah. Keep the sneak. Oh, power.
Handoff to Parker. He's in for the 2-point conversion. With 9:50 left to go in the third quarter. ARC 34, Shasta 21.
Things are getting a little chippy down there in this
And the
situation.
conversion is good.
Keep your mind right. And
Your score with 9:50 left in the third.
Yeah, and that's the one thing too. I mean, you've got to play with that edge, right? But you don't want to play stupid because as we've seen, that suspension comes with additional. If you get booted, you hurt your team not only for this game, but you hurt your team for the next game. And with Sierra College coming up, you need to be full strength.
Absolutely. All your guys eligible to play, healthy. So, you get down in a football game like this, things can get a little chippy. And, it's understandable. Obviously, these
Back
guys
to receive the kick for the Knights. Number 6, Holden
you gotta play
Gilbert.
smart.
And number 1, DJ Williams.
Points, you got 9:50 left in the third quarter. So.
And that's the one thing I've never understood. I mean, you're out there on the field, you go hard until the whistle.
Yeah.
Picking the ball for the Beavers, number 49.
See if they're going to reset the play clock because it was down to 0. And there they are. After the whistle, I mean, that macho BS.
Yeah.
It's just you're really never going to help your team in that, are you?
Sometimes you just get caught up in the environment of getting frustrated with the guy, and sometimes things can get said or go on.
Gilbert going to receive the kickoff, bobbles it a little bit, picks it back up on the 10, up to the 15, the 20, makes a jump cut, makes a guy miss up to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Knights will start.
Sometimes when the ball hits the ground, you can get the kickoff team to be
Gilbert,
aggressive. You know what I mean? They see the ball on the ground, they get out of their lane, use their leverage. And good thing Holden Gilbert was able to grasp that one and get a decent little return.
Shasta College, first down.
That kickoff was brought to you by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive. Whether you want sushi or anything else up there, great menu. Go see Raw on Hilltop Drive. They're open 7 days a week. 9:42 left to go. Third quarter action. Shasta with an H-back, 2 receivers. Motion carry. Handoff up the middle. It's like Miles Wilson, the ball carrier.
The Knights have just struggled on getting their old linemen up to the second level. These linebackers have been running
Run
free
by
a
Miles
lot
Wilson.
tonight, so they got to try to find
Number
these
55,
on the
Donovan
field that's going
Laban.
to allow them to get the ball back to their sweepers.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're having success on the sweep, but running between the tackles has been tough sledding.
Yeah.
No gain on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock about 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Donovan Laban for ARC's been making a lot of plays for them.
Webby, 3-step drops. Little swing pass. Great play by linebacker Robert Madalik. Out in space. If he misses, that's a first down.
Tackle by number 40.
Put your guys out of space and hope they can break tackles. He just unable to break a tackle right there. But we seen earlier in the game, you throw the ball to a swing route, a guy can make a big play there. Just unable to do it right there. But that was another snag concept, and it looked like the corner went with the snag a little bit. He had the sail or the 7 route to the sideline right over the top of it and just dropped it off to the easy one.
Loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Knights. 8:23 left to go in the third quarter. Shasta trailing 34-21. Webby looking deep. Post route. Tyler Carey caught. 30, trying to break a tackle. No flags. Inside the 30-yard line. Webby to Carey. You know what? Regardless of your politics, I would vote for that.
Touchdown!
Right there, a little fly motion, made the safety roll over to the left and opened up that seam. And once again, good throw by Caden Webby. Threw it out to space and let Tyler Carey just run under it a little bit.
40 yards down to the 26-yard line, 7:34. Man in motion again, handoff on the fly sweep. Looks like it's Mark Ward, and he gets tackled. That was a great open field tackle.
Run by Mark Ward.
That makes it 6 touches.
Stopping the play by number 17, Dom Spence.
Loss of 4. Dom Spence on the tackle. That was a nice open field tackle. He's made a couple tonight, too.
Knights just gotta break tackles, man. They're setting themselves up for long conversions. Gotta be good on first.
Coming up from that safety spot, that was a really nice play. Second and 14. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Max protection. Tyler Carey on a little seam route. Makes somebody miss. Touchdown, Knights! 3rd for Carey tonight. You know, and as I will compliment that all day long. But the pickup of the blitz by Wilson, and I could see who else was in there, but the pickup on that allowed Webby that time to allow that play to develop was just great.
That's big time, man. Like you said, had that linebacker kind of come up late in the cadence and show that blitz. Gotta love running backs that are good in the pass pro. You know what I mean? Wilson hasn't found a lot of space in the run game tonight, but he stepped up inside right there, and you know you don't always get a lot of love in those situations where
The score is 6:53 left in the third. American River College 34. And your Knights.
6:53 left to go. 34-27. ARC leads. And you know what? And as a longtime sports writer, and you've played, you were the quarterback, you're going to get the headlines, Naylor wins or whatever, Carey catches a touchdown. Those are the things in the film room that get celebrated, right?
100%. As a coach, you showed love to guys that maybe didn't get all the love during the game in that situation. That was a great job by Webby. He looked at safety left, had Tyler Carey on what we call a little bender route right in the field, hit him in the chest. And Tyler Carey does what he does. That's great. Safety was the last man right there. Big one cut back inside, worked off that tight leverage. Touchdown Knights. Gotta love it. And we talked about it in this team. You see everybody looks comfortable out there.
Back receives the ball for the Beavers. Number 1 for Andy. Shasta.
O-line can get him.
Number Shasta. Your kicker.
That touchdown sponsored by Clearview Auto Glass.
Correct.
7 touches. 175 yards. Mr. Back Carey.
And I feel like a broken record, but this kickoff is brought to you by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive.
You can never show Raw too much love. It's a great restaurant.
Absolutely. Squib kick, and I think we've learned our lesson. All the way to the next level. Actually, Freeman winds up with it on his 18-yard line. Makes a couple of cuts. Still on his feet. It's going to be pinned to the sideline, though, about the 35-yard line. And he made a lot out of nothing there.
You go for the squib kick and hope that you're not kicking the ball to number 5.
And that return was still, 15, 18 yards.
24, Bruno Rabiota.
Here we go. Knights defense got to get another stop here.
6:45 left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Looks like they're bringing a little A-gap pressure.
Halfback pass. Incomplete. Cam Williams on the coverage.
Not a double pass, but a halfback pass. Yeah, it's a great job. Didn't get faked out by that one.
Pass intended for number 80.
Not having his eyes caught up in the backfield. Sometimes you do that. You want to go aggressive help on the edge in the run game.
Number 1. CJ Williams.
Grayson Barnes with it. He was the intended receiver, but Hendrick didn't do a good job of really selling the run on that.
No, he caught it and said, "I'm going to throw this run."
2nd and 10. Handoff. Hendrick gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Had a hole, but it closed up pretty well. Jaquay Mills in on the tackle, along with Amani Jones.
Baden saw him as well, kind of a couple of nights.
So Ray Hendrick on the run.
Nice things out
number
at the
7.
end, and you have one of those guards pulling you out. You really stay stern right there. There's not a whole lot of running lane, so that's a great job.
Down.
3rd and long, thinking possible screen situation.
6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. ARC up.
Pretty soft coverage.
34-28. Play clock down to 5.
Sticks here as a defensive back.
Little weird snap there. Crossing route. Freeman. Great tackle
looks like he's going to be short about a yard.
That's Nicky Kamehameha on the tackle, and again,
by number 25.
You know, again, asking a linebacker to come across and especially tackle Freeman like that was tremendous.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing, especially at speed. Pretty well thrown ball in stride. So the Knights can get a stop right here. Great field position, down 6 points, 5:20 left in the third quarter. This is a big play here.
4th and 1, and that's kind of a ballsy move.
Looks like they're going to run that same power that they've been running down. One of these linebackers got to find a crease and make a big play.
Handoff. And this might go for a score. It's a foot race. Sheree Hendrick ran off right tackle, and he found a hole, and he found a lot of real estate in front of him. Finally driven out of bounds inside the 30, down to the 24-yard line. That's a backbreaker on a 4th and 1.
First down, Beavers.
He's got to try to stop it. So Knights got to make plays in these big situations.
Officials timeout, and let's dissect that a little bit, because that's a goal line play, and that's what you're expecting. You're expecting mano a mano up the gut,
yep.
And when he bounces it out and gets is able to get that seal on the outside, we saw some linebackers. I mean, it was a foot race.
Yeah, that's tough. When they put everyone in the box like that, you want to, most of your defenders are going to be inside of the tight end trying to stop it. If they get down blocks and get the edge, there's not a whole lot of. I ain't trying to bring you down. Luckily, they were able to chase that. They don't give up one kicker, so got to try to make a big play here.
U.S. cryotherapy. Did someone say Sub-Zero? At U.S. Cryotherapy, we know safe exposure to sub-zero temperatures leads to injury recovery and whole body wellness. U.S. Cryotherapy, faster recovery, better health. Visit uscryotherapy.com. All right, the Zebras have figured out what was going on there. They moved the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for ARC. 4:54 left to go in the third quarter. Ball on the 24-yard line. God, that tri-tip sandwich sure smells good. I catch a whiff of it every once in a while. Hand off to Hendrick.
DN's unable to get off the block, and he got the edge again.
Yep, picks up about 10 before he's run out of bounds. Close to a first down.
My number 1, CJ.
Between Parker and 34 Hendrick, they got a pretty good backfield back here running the football pretty hard tonight. So Knights are going to have to get off these blocks, man. Their ARC is able to get the edge, and they're just taking off. But when you get this tight end wing offense from ARC, it's hard to match the numbers over there with linebackers.
Gain of 8. Sorry, gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2. Luth gets a snap, handoff. Just short. Aiden Alsop knifes in and was able to make that tackle.
Tackled by number 44.
That was a good job. The D end was able to string that out and kind of hold that up. So, Hendrick had to cut back in, and Alsop was able to fill that gap.
Yep. Sometimes when you're at D end, sometimes just containing is making the play. You don't make the tackle. So it's a good play by Aiden Alsop.
Again with that jumbo formation on 3rd and short. Hand off to Riley.
Yeah, that's a tough package right there, man. That's tough to stop. It's good to see Aiden Olsott having a good game. Anytime I see the number 44 playing linebacker for the Knights, I can't help but think about Marcus Hansen and my cousin Colton Naylor, the legacy of 44 playing
Tackled by number 44, Aiden Olsott. Anderson.
Riley picks up the first down. 3:22 left to go here in an entertaining ball game. Third quarter winding down. 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Inside the 15. Two receivers isolated on our side. Heavy jumbo package on the right.
Asking a lot of your linebacker to go out and cover Freeman in the slot. Running double slants right there. A little RPO
That's
action.
for number 1.
Rajon Wilson. Rajon Williams on the coverage, but he's injured.
Yeah, it looks like it's that ankle.
That ball sounded like it hit shoulder pads the way it thudded.
Yeah, it was loud.
2nd and 10 with the incompletion. 2:58 left to go in the third quarter. Barthel isolated down here near the numbers on the wide side. Tight end and H-back on the right side. Handoff. Hendrick in for the score. He just waltzed in. You wouldn't expect that out of a a simple stretch handoff, would you?
Braden Brody was at the end right there, and he just shot inside, and it allowed the tackle to get to his outside shoulder, and you can't have that.
I mean, you collapse that, and I mean, that was, and then you're asking your wide receiver to make, just be a speed bump.
Yep. Yeah, they walked up both linebackers in the A and B gap. They got 2 down blocks, and they were able to reach the DN. So there's no one out there. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point game.
Touchdown makes it 40-28. Loose rolls. Incomplete. That's Nicky Kamehameha almost with the INT, and he had some green grass. I don't know if he's got the speed to be able to take it back.
Incomplete. Chest. ARC running a little snag concept to the front pylon.
American River College 40. Your Knights.
It would have been nice to get 2
28.
points. Could have got I guess it wouldn't be a pick 6. It would have been a pick 2. But.
That touchdown brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass. 2:52 left to go in the third quarter. American River up 12, 40-28. And the thing that we've seen so far in this game and kind of in the third quarter is the ebb and flow is Shasta's able to cut it down, and then they're not able to get that defensive stop, not able to flip the field somehow and get their offense the opportunity to get that equalizer or the go-ahead, right?
They just have a problem. The defense got an actual stop. The offense hasn't scored. The offense goes and scores, and then the defense can't get a stop. They got to string together a touchdown drive and then get a solid stop. Just really get some momentum. If you get it on offense, you want to carry it on defense. If you get it on defense, you want to go out and execute on offense. So, like I said, they haven't been complimenting each other too much.
Yeah, and then that could snowball too, can't it? When you see your defense come up big like that, that makes you want to go out and kind of reward them, doesn't it?
Yeah, you want to set your offense up for success. Offense, you want to try to keep your defense up. Let these dudes over here get their breath, but I got confidence in Coach Cavalli. I'm sure he's getting these guys locked in, so let's just hope this offense can get rolling here.
Short kick. Gilbert takes it on his 12. Gets up to the 25, 13 yards on the return. Cramp, it looks
Morgan
like.
Gilbert with the return. Number 33, Luke Jackson with the stop.
Norberto Revelta, Enterprise kid.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay. He's just cramped now.
Yeah. Those feel wonderful, don't they?
No. It's crazy. You don't have to really worry about a cramp injury, but sometimes it hurts worse than just about anything that can happen to you. I've experienced pretty tough injuries, and a cramp hurts.
Miles Wilson in the backfield with Webby. Trips up top, single receiver to our side. Ball in the near hash mark. 2:46 left to go. ARC 40. Shasta 28.
Dead ball. Delay of game. Offense.
Not how you
5
want to start a
yards.
drive, but
First
the Knights
down.
have been getting low into the play clock just about every player, and they're getting in 2-3 second range. So you got to get the play in and get rolling. That's not how you want to start a drive.
How much that is attributable to your backup quarterback?
A lot of it. He's trying to see what coverage the defense is in. Great ball.
Slant.
Yep. Leading with the helmet, number 55 right there.
Cam.
That's part of the game. Can't be targeted.
Cam Williams with the catch on the
Williams. Stop by number 55.
Like we were saying, obviously the game management part of it is can be a little bit troublesome, but pure quarterback-wise of throwing the football and knowing where to throw the football, Caden Webby looks very locked in, and understanding the offense and where he wants to put the football. Pretty accurate football, too, and he's hitting these guys in the chest pretty often.
11 yards on the reception. We'll see what they do with the penalty. I think they're kind of talking to see how long Raw's open and see if they got time to go there after the game. Me personally.
I know they got some pretty good nightlife, too. The night scene there is pretty good. They not only got really good sushi and other foods there, but you know they have a pretty good time. I wonder if they're talking if it's actually going to be targeting or not, Aaron.
Because the targeting comes with an ejection.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was defenseless. It's just rather he brought the helmet into the contact.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. You know, there's some targeting that's blatant. You know, but there's other targeting you look at sometimes on a Saturday or a Sunday, and it's just like, man, that's physics. That's one guy traveling with, you know, velocity and another guy traveling with velocity.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 55 offense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So they didn't call targeting, just unnecessary roughness, so it's not going to get thrown out.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call there, Aaron.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're going to call targeting, it probably should have been on Gabe Curtis there in the first quarter.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that moves the ball close to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights on the 47-yard line. 2:36 left to go. Clock winding here in the third quarter. Knights trailing by 12. Miles Wilson.
Good first down run right there.
Right.
Second and short now.
Run by number 21. Miles Wilson.
Great first down run there.
Yeah, that's one of the first times that they've run between the tackles. They ran off off right guard. That they've picked up substantial chunk.
Yep, that's a great job. Yards after contact right there. Got a good push from some of his O linemen.
Gain of 7 will be 2nd and 3. Clock under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Knights trailing by 12.
Corner down here, number 7 for ARC. I'm playing 10 yards off and pedaling.
Again, Wilson with the carry. Gets close to first down. The far side judge looks like they're going to give it to him. That's where the spot is. That will be a first down.
Run by number 21, Miles Wilson.
They're moving the chains.
Good enough.
Stop the clock with 1:34 and wind it again. Ball on the 43-yard line. You know, and you know, we'll come up with our Reading Rancheria player of the game at the end, and I think it's probably going to be a lock. But at the same time, the way Caden Webby's come in and commanded this offense is super impressive. Two backs in the backfield. Webby, little out route, incomplete.
Yeah, they sailed on him a little high. It's difficult as a receiver to have to leave your feet when you know defenders are coming at you. So
Trey Foster was the intended receiver, and he a little worse for wear on that one.
Yeah.
He took a couple of shots.
$10 seconds, got to get this play off.
And I love it. They'll huddle up. Tyler Carey just comes and sets up in his position on the numbers. He knows what's going on. Fake the handoff to Carey.
Go to your back, wide open.
Wilson up to 35, makes a cut. Still on his feet. 30, 25, face mask. Flags come in.
Pass complete to number 21.
Looked like he was going to fall over his own feet.
Miles Wilson.
Add 15 more on the end.
I'm wondering, he almost looked like his knee touched near about the 32-yard line as he was being face masked. I mean, he kind of made that stutter step, and in college, if you whether you're hit or not, if you kneel, you're down. But definitely a face mask, you could see his head kind of spin a little bit.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, half the distance, first down.
Once again, Webby, he's fighting the game. You can tell he's got a really good grasser that they're trying to do on the offense.
And again, credit to Tyler Carey on that fly sweep motion that opened up that backside.
Yep. Because you're seeing when they're flying the side that he's flying from is rolling to the other side. Guy leaves there, you got to throw the replace route. Big drive for the Knights here. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. See if they can get the end zone before the end of the third.
Carry again. Wilson, lucky to lose one. A pair of ARC defenders in the backfield.
Yeah.
Miles Wilson on the run. Tackled by number 58.
A lot of confidence in Shasta.
Deshaun D.
Shasta, maybe fake one.
And number 30.
Hit one of those seam routes.
Luca Sartorio.
Looks like they'll have to get off a play here. Play clock and the game clock. You don't want to burn another one. Play clock 3. They get it off. This will be the final play of the quarter. Holden Gilbert, the reception inside the 5.
Webby pass
down to the 4.
Holden Gilbert.
And that'll bring up a third and about 3 when we come back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to Shasta College football on Shasta County Sports. Aaron Williams, Tim Taylor. We'll step aside.
At the end of the third quarter, the score remains American River College 40, your Knights 28.
Quarterback looks comfortable, man. He looks good.
Looks damn good.
Yeah.
Larry Paul tested. Tyler Carey gets drug tested tomorrow morning.
Who said that?
Larry Paul on the chat. Oh. Welcome back, Shasta College football. Aaron Williams, Timmy Naylor on the call here. TJ and Tracy Holmes are at a wedding on the coast. We miss them. Hope they're having fun. Hope they're doing the YMCA. Reading Rancheria has long been a valued community partner and leader in making Shasta County a better place to live, from lifting up their tribe members to honoring their heritage, as well as working to better the community. Reading Rancheria leads by example. Reading Rancheria, a proud partner of Shasta County Sports. They've been our day one. And we thank them. We thank all our sponsors. Here to start the fourth quarter. The Knights 2nd and 3. Inside the 10. Webby. Incomplete, but a flag comes in. He's throwing that little fade to the corner.
Give her guy a chance to get a first down on a PI. Caden Webby, man, he's making good decisions tonight, Aaron.
Mark Ward, the intended receiver. And that'll give them a first down. Most likely, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be, even if it's just a holding penalty on the defense, should give them a first down either way. If it's pass interference, going to have to distance to the goal.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Defense, number 30, puts the ball on the 2-yard line.
First and goal for the Knights, and you know, you want the score, but that's pretty cool that it gives you a fresh set of downs.
Yep. Part of taking a shot up to the end zone territory.
Miles Wilson, the H-back. Gilbert gets the ball, runs off left tackle, spins, loses a one maybe.
You know, I'm going to try to do my Tony Romo
Holden Gilbert
call here.
with the run. Number 17,
They pulled that trigger.
With the tackle. Second down.
High carry goes to the right side of the field. Nope, they're not going to run. Maybe a snag concept or something else here. I haven't seen him run the end around to that side of the field. He is tight.
Heavy set to the left, carry the left. Tight end H-back also to the left. Look for the swing route. Webby going to run it. Throw. Caught. Touchdown, Knights. And Tyler Carey, and looks like he's down. Looked like he got hit in the head. No, not Tyler Carey.
Ready pass complete to number 86, Phoenix Chavez.
Phoenix Chavez at the touchdown.
Shasta.
I actually thought he could have run that in.
Yeah.
He looked like it, but then again, we talk about business decisions.
Get rid of it. Let your guy go make a play. Great job by the Knights offense. Big time drive. Let's just hope the defense can get a stop here.
Dennis Perez with the PAT and 14-10 left to go in the ballgame. It's ARC 40, Shasta 35.
Your Knights, 35.
Touchdown. Brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass. In order to get where you're going, you need to see what's ahead. Clearview Auto Glass can replace or repair your windshield conveniently, even while you're at work. You can't beat the amazing customer experience and fast and high-quality repair. Clearview Auto Glass is a proud partner of Shasta County Sports. Check them out at clearviewautoglass.net or call 347-7444.
Shout out to our boy Thibodeau.
All right. Like a game of Where's Waldo? Where's Freeman? There he is. He's standing on the 10. He's next to
Number 1, Brandon Barthel.
Next to Brandon Barthel.
For Shasta College.
14-10 left to go here. And what's been a very entertaining ballgame, Tim?
Yep, like we were saying, we just had a good offensive drive and then a good defensive stream. I think if they can complement the offense here, we're gonna see the Knights make this a good ball.
Perez again with the pooch kick. Simpson picks it up on about the 25. Still on his feet. Close to midfield, about the 43-yard line. And if you're going to do that, I mean, you got to get down there and cover it.
Number 88.
And Simpson's that guy.
Yeah. Well,
Number 36.
Putting him back in the middle of the field.
Hernandez Luttrell with the stop.
Hand, so it's not like they're kicking it to a
First down, Beavers.
No,
or a D lineman.
He's a freaking load.
Yeah, he is. Got to think the Knights might think to try to just kick it deep and kick it away from number 5. Double tight end set here. Inside zone.
Handoff, Parker. Picks up about 4. He was hit initially at the line of scrimmage. He's able to keep those legs churning. Gets up to the 46-yard line.
Tackled by number 56, Anthony Slayton. Second down.
Barthel, the lone receiver, way split out right on the far side. Handoff to Parker, looking to get to the edge. Great play. Looked like
Tariq Parker with the run.
Is that Keaton Spangler?
Number 56.
Nope.
Anthony Slayton.
Anthony Slayton.
With a tackle.
Got to contain. These guys have to try to bounce it.
Well, not just to hold that edge, but shed that block and then make the tackle.
That's been the difference tonight on a lot of the get that outside shoulder free, they can get some ground. Gotta identify where 5 is framing down here in the slot. Gotta slow him down on the ball.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 45.
Oh no, they got a touchdown.
That's Barnes. Brought down on the 2. Looked like broken coverage, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had in that package right there, they got 2 tight ends left with a wing right there. So they got 3 guys in the route. The Knights only had 2 defenders over there.
That's complete to number 80, Grayson Barnes.
It's just
first down.
Just ARC dialing up some
Beavers.
plays. Shasta's defense not able to really slow them down much. So.
And credit Caden Luth for being able to recognize that and hit the open receiver. I mean, he didn't necessarily hit him in stride.
No, he didn't. Guy that open, you just want
Jumbo package, Luth. in for the score with 12:25 left to go.
Well,
it may be first to 60. Who knows?
Yeah, no kidding. We got a
Number 8, Kenny Luke with the run.
Offense is gonna have
For a
to do what they've been
touchdown.
doing. They've been taking care of the football, and they've been able to throw it a little bit. Defense just hasn't got to stop when they need it the most here.
Yeah, and you know, you stop them on first or second, and then you come in, you've got the breakdown in coverage.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just good football teams don't do. Good football teams may find a way to do this. Great football teams don't do that.
Nope. Got to compliment each other. We've been saying it all night. So they're up 11, trying to go for 2 to make it a 13-point game.
Barnes settles in. Reverse to Freeman. Anthony Slayton chasing him down. He cuts back. Not going to get in. Short.
It's interesting, Aaron, because now if the Knights score and go for 2, then they're only down a field goal.
Conversion stop by number
Why
56.
not just kick it and make it happen?
Anthony Slayton.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why as a
Your score.
coordinator on your play sheet, you have
The
to go
12,
by this much,
25,
you go for 2,
24.
up by this much, you go for
American River College 46. Your Knights 35.
Well, I mean, there's been a bunch of puzzling special teams calls. The swinging gate where you got to take a timeout. You know.
Yep.
And
they
if
scored 46 points and they're up, so I can't say too much bad about it. There's just been a couple situational calls that are kind of questioned. Are they being overly aggressive with what they're doing?
But you know, I mean, in a game where it's this high scoring, maybe those points become that premium.
100%. They've been trying to convert that they haven't got. They had the little power they tried to run. They had the last one down here that they didn't get. But they don't get that one. That's 3 plays, possibly 6 because they didn't get them off. So.
Well, and then you're looking at a 3-score game.
Yep. The offense is going to have to stay explosive and be aggressive. That's what it is.
You know, a lot of time left too. I mean, you know, when you're talking a high school football game, you know, not so much, but you know, 15-minute quarters. There's a lot of time left, and with 12:25 left to go, you know, there's a lot of ball game left, and you got to be preaching that to your guys. Hey, offense, go out and do what you've been doing, and you know, you look at them and you say, hey, defensively, we'll come get you. We'll bring the cavalry. We promise. Eli Cortinas with the return up to about the 24-yard line. The touchdown was sponsored by Clearview Auto Glass, and that kickoff is brought to you by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive. Come enjoy sushi and the full menu for lunch or dinner, 7 days a week. Raw Restaurant. And again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors.
For first down.
U.S. Cryotherapy, Reading Rancheria, Clearview Auto Glass. Our main sponsor, Shasta Orthopedics. Can't do this without them, and we appreciate it. 12:21 left to go here in our ballgame. 46-35, ARC leading your Knights. I know we've got a lot of people in Sacramento tuning in, and we appreciate that, but, you know, here at the hometown, it's the hometown Knights, and the ARC's played a wonderful game up to this point. Webby looking down the sideline. Flag comes in. He did.
Webby pass complete to number 86. Speed it, Robin.
Tochi Naruka was the DB.
First down.
Phoenix Chavez, who's caught the touchdown pass.
I think they like a matchup or something with that guy.
He was just on a go route too, and you know, that's one of those kind of back shoulder throws you see, you know, becoming popular. That your guy's going to catch it.
Defense decline. It's onto the play. First down.
Moves the ball up to the 50-yard line, and that's, you know, I mean, how nice is that to be able to decline a pass interference?
Yep.
Ball at midfield. 2 receivers left. 1 right, 2 backs in the backfield. Webby steps up. He's going to run. Picks up about 6. They're going to spot it at 45, so he picks up 5.
Webby with the keeper. Tackle by number 44.
You know, and that was a good decision. I don't, you know, I think he was covered downfield, and you don't want to force the ball in that situation.
You had Ty Carey on the corner out right there. I think you made a wise decision. I think the Knights got to continue to hurry up. I know they're down 2 possessions. They've still got 11:37 left in this ball game, but you know, you got to have a little bit of up tempo right now.
Handoff up the middle. Miles Wilson. They're starting to get that push.
Miles Wilson
inside
on
the 40 down to the 37. First down, Knights.
Tackled by number 44, Josh Tremaine. First down, Shasta.
He's bringing their safeties down to like 6-7 yards. Look for the Knights to play action pass and try to get these guys beat. On first and second down, they've been going single high and kind of pedaling out, but on these heavy rundowns, they've been aggressive. Yeah, it looks like the safety's going to roll back.
Tyler Carey single coverage, and Webby does. Luke Levengood was pressuring Webby there, and that was, you know, that was a good play just to get rid of the ball.
Luke Levengood. Second down.
2nd and 10 for the Knights. 10:54 left to go in our ball game. Knights trailing by 11. You know, and the good news for the Knights is you put up 35, which you haven't been able to do in a couple of weeks. But defensively, you know, you got to be better than 46. Webby rolls to his right, looking for his receiver. He's got him. And he's down.
That's complete. The number 86.
Phoenix Chavez down to the 25. First down, Knights.
First down, Shasta.
Right, had the dragger coming across the field. Those aren't easy throws, man. Every once in a while, if you're rolling out, throwing like a comeback route or something where the guy's working back to you, it's an easier throw. But when you got a guy moving laterally across the field, be able to hit him in stride, that's a big time throw.
Knights stay with the same look, 2 backfield. Foster and Tyler Carey on the near side. Webby rolling.
Drag. Great catch. What a throw.
Complete to Tyler Carey.
Another big time throw from Webby. Move the chains.
You know, and that wasn't just like your 5-yard drag. That was about a 15-yard drag.
Yep.
And that takes time to develop.
That's complete. The number 13, Tyler Carey. First down, Shasta.
2 minutes into the drive, they're already down here in the red zone inside the 10-yard line here. So the offense is pulling their weight. We just got to try to get a stop. Look for the possible end around here. We got Ty Carey on the right.
Single back.
Here it comes.
End around to Carey. Got one guy to beat. Makes a cut inside. Still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! 4 touchdowns for Tyler Carey. Have yourself a night, young man.
Run by number 13, Tyler Carey. Touchdown!
Defensive guy. Get him in. Here comes the end around.
Oh, that you're one drive late on your Tony Romo moment.
Go for 2 and try to make it a field goal.
You know, and pregame stuff. Doing our research pregame, I was looking at stuff, and you know, neither one of these teams were lighting up the scoreboard, and it's like, if you'd have told me we'd have seen almost 90 points tonight, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I would.
How the game started too, with multiple 3-and-outs. I was thinking, you know, we're going to be in a dogfight, low scoring, maybe teens to 20s. And that has not been the case.
Webby has to roll to his left, looking for a receiver. Chavez, 2-point conversions, good.
That 2-point conversion is good.
And we got a ball game,
yes, sure.
46-43, 9:44 left to go in our ball game. That touchdown brought to you by Clearview Auto Glass.
go. Defense got another opportunity here. A lot of time left. 9:44.
This ball game. And this is when you tell your guys you got to dig deep.
Yep. You have to. As a defensive guy, it's not about what's happened. It's about what's happened. Go out there, short memory. Obviously, you don't want to ever give up 46 points. But you go out there and get a stop and get your opportunity to tie it up or win this football game. You got to do it.
You know, if you tell me give up 46, but I'd score 50, I'd be okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Deal.
I'll take the win.
Deal me in.
That'll be Coach Valley. A win's a win.
Yes, an ugly win is better than a pretty loss.
Back to receiving kick for the Beavers.
Yeah, there are no style points, and especially, like we talked about in the open. This is the opening of GVC play. You need that dub. You need to head into Sierra College next week on the road. You know. And to be able to knock off the defending GVC champions would really kind of be that feather and that boost that you need moving forward.
Stay in bounds.
And it does. Picked up on the 10.
Well, they're going to have good field position here for the defense to go out and get a stop.
Barthel.
The return by number 1, Brandon Barthel.
Elijah Thompson made the tackle, and he paid for it with a calf cramp.
Elijah Thompson.
ARC will take over 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line. 9:39 left to go here in our ball game. Knights trail by 3, and this is the time you need that stop. Single receiver on either side. Tight end right with the H-back. Can't see the number of the running back. Hendrick, the ball carrier. Picks up about 8.
If you're ARC here, you just want to try to wind down the clock and try to keep the ball on the ground. But then you still got to try to stay aggressive because it's obvious that the Knights can score right now.
Brought down by number 3, Noah Benson.
That was a good run by Hendrick. He started left, a little counter action, a little counter cut.
Yeah, press the linebackers one way, cut the other. It's a great job by him.
Same formation. Hendrick to the left of the quarterback. Fake the handoff, slant route. That's Barthel. It's caught. 1st down, ARC. Clock under 9 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
Brandon Barthel.
Ball out to the 33-yard line.
1st down, Beavers.
Yeah, it's a good job by Kenneth Luth. A little RPO action, just pulled it and hit the guy in his chest, move the chains. Clock's still running.
As a DB, Barthel's been out here on an island all night. They've split him wide most of the time, and on a slant route, you really gotta, right now, Rajon Williams playing 8-9 yards off. That's a hard cover, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They call because it looked like the last few plays there, and they're going a little early. So
yeah,
see if the Knights can capitalize. Here we go.
Ball start.
Setting up a 1st and 15. Let's get them to a 2nd and long situation. ARC's been good in these situations, so.
Yeah, their snaps have been funky a couple of times.
It's going a little late.
As offensive, as a lineman, the snap count, so you're trying to get that split second, but sometimes it's
your center's not quite on cue. Yep. Big situation. It's going to be
same formation, heavy right, handoff. Hendrick breaks a tackle, breaks an arm tackle by Noah Benson. He just shoved him aside into Knight territory down inside the 40-yard line. That was a great run-off tackle, and then just really, I don't know if that was just a poor effort by Benson coming up.
He's one of those big hit kind of guys in these situations. You just got to try to go get the tackle. I love his mentality.
1st down, Beavers.
ARC running tempo. Handoff. Tariq Parker down to the 45, gain of 4.
Can't give too much more ground here.
Tariq Parker with the run.
No, and you've given up 46. You've got to be winded.
And Anderson.
We've seen we've seen them go tempo on it, and unable to sub out guys that the Knights have been. Bladen Stanky was having a equipment issue, and so that kind of gave him a little bit of a breather, but 2nd and 7. 2nd and 6, rather.
Tight ends.
Parker with the ball, and he just squirts forward for another 2 or 3. Credit ARC's line. They've allowed those guys to make those little jump cuts, and Shasta's been unable to make that tackle on first contact. You got to think it's 4 down territory. 3rd and 3.
Again, Aaron.
A false start, yeah.
It's really looking like they're jumping early.
Riley, the ball carrier. It looks like he picks up the first down.
Run by number 37, Casey Riley.
Yep. 6:14 left to go. Knights trail by 3.
Coach Hamilton's not happy. He's seeing the false start just about every play,
Yep.
kind of like we're seeing from up here. It's been pretty obvious. A couple plays, they've only called it on one. It's a big situation to not see that.
ARC looking over at the sideline to get the play call in. Two tight end set. Hand off to Parker, running left.
Braden ready to get the block there.
Still picks up 4 though. The DN held his leverage. Shasta calls a timeout. I think that's you got 3 timeouts left. That's a pretty wise timeout.
Yeah, your defense is pretty tired. Obviously, this is a big situation. Trying to get a stop. So I think they're going to get out there. Coach Cavalli is going to try to get these guys locked in. Try to get them off the field, man.
And if I'm ARC, I'm looking. It is 4 down territory. If I give the ball back up on downs, pin the Knights. The Knights will be deep in their own territory. A field goal doesn't do you any good, really. Because a touchdown, and even without the extra pointer, with the 2-point conversion, it's a 2-possession game, and so a field goal, you're looking at a tie or a loss. But each team with 2 timeouts left to go, 5:37 left to go in our ball game, 46-43. If you like offense, this is the place to be tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
But right now, it's the Knights looking for a defensive stop.
Gotta have it. Interested to see if they'll try to throw the ball at all. Gonna keep running it.
Handoff.
If you're getting that much of a push, Aaron, I don't see why you wouldn't just keep handing it off.
Hendrick picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Run by number 34.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him run that. Looks like they're bringing in personnel for that jumbo set again. If it's not broken, I wouldn't try and fix it. Casey Riley will be the back.
Power to the right side every time, so it's got to be careful.
Under center, hand off to Riley. Beautiful, beautiful execution. Nice block. Springs it for a touchdown. Grayson Barnes with a ceiling block on that outside.
Casey Riley. Touchdown, Beavers.
ARC's just got a little something they see in that package that they have a lot of confidence in, because or yet to get stopped in that formation going to play.
23 yards on the score.
Back to kick for the Beavers. Number 49.
52-43 is the score.
Zach
At this point,
Reiner.
if you're the Knights, I'm thinking go try to score and try to get an onside kick because obviously the defense has had its struggles in this half and throughout the football game. So try to find a different way to get the ball back.
Schreiner in for the extra point. It's good. So ARC with a 10-point lead with 4:56 left to go in the ball game, and I agree. You know, time's becoming an issue right now.
Your Knights, 43.
You know, you've got to look to score quick, and then I agree. You've got to get the ball back, and ARC is not going to give you that opportunity. You know, no knock on the defense, but ARC's been able to move the ball all night, and so you're going to have to kind of take matters into your own hands.
Back to receive the kick for the
Holden
Knights.
Gilbert, Eli Cortinas back deep.
Holden Gilbert. And number 20, Eli.
Rajon Williams was the other kick returner. Cortinas in for him. That touchdown was sponsored by Clearview Autoglass. Good night to be the touchdown sponsor.
Kickoff was good.
Yes. This kickoff is brought to you by Raw Restaurant on Hilltop Drive. Come for their sushi or their full menu, day or night, lunch or dinner. They're open 7 days a week. Raw Restaurant. I'd like to thank them, Clearview Auto Glass, U.S. Cryotherapy, Redding Rancheria, and Shasta Orthopedics for making this all possible. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor on the calls. Not over yet, but it's been a blast, Timmy.
Explosive plays.
Cortinas fumbles the ball, picks it up on his 4, and the Knights are going to be pinned deep in their own territory inside the 10. Cortinas lucky not to step out of bounds on the 3.
Eli Cortinas on the return. First down.
You don't get any reps all night long when you get thrown back there as a KOR guy. You know, you want to try to go make a play for your team. That's unfortunate for Eli Cortinas. I know he has done a lot of good for this team his time here as a Knight. So
90 yards to go, 4:49, 2 timeouts. Sounds like the Blues Brothers movie. They got to get moving, though. Tyler Carey's going to split out wide to the right on the far side. The ball spotted on the near hash, 2 backs. We've seen a lot of that 2-back look from the Knights so far, giving Caden Webby a little bit of protection, keeping the fullback in. Tyler Carey with the catch up to about the 19-yard line.
stay moving.
Little curl route. I thought he came.
Pass complete to number 13.
Thought he had the first down and then came back to get the ball. Be second and 1.
40. Robert Melich.
As much hurry up from the Knights as we've seen.
Great catch.
Tyler Carey. Field judge coming in from the back saying catch. First down Knights up to the 29, 10-yard. I'm not sure he caught that, but they're going to give it to him and say you take it.
Shasta.
4:12 left to go here in the ballgame.
Tyler Carey continuing to make big plays for this team. Gotta love that.
Twins either side, single back in the backfield. Thought the Knights jumped offside there. Screen pass. Missed the block.
It looks like the right tackle just missed his block. Got to execute those plays in this situation.
Yeah, Shiloh Nicholson, he had it and he whiffed. And if he comes up with a block, that's probably going for 15, 20 yards.
Stop by number 91.
That stuff
Malachi. Ajay.
You know, sometimes you just need to be a roadblock, though. Second and 9, 3:20. Webby, deep drop, scrambled, flags, multiple flags, punches, maybe.
I think we're going to get a pass interference. I would hope. The guy was locking on to me.
Cam Williams was locked up with one of the DBs as Webby was being brought down close to the 15-yard line. That was a huge loss.
It's be a good break for the Knights.
Holding. Defense. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Okay, we're going to get that yardage back. Still got 3:13 left, Aaron. Let's go try to get a touchdown and get an onside kick.
You know, and I think ARC might have been fortunate because, you know, as they were dancing around there, you know, there were hands flying around. I don't know if it was a punch per se, but
yeah, no,
you know, when you get into that situation, you don't want to give the referees, and you know, whether you're Shasta or ARC, you don't want to give the referees that kind of leverage. First 10 on the 40 for the Knights. 3:08 left to go here in the ball game. Trips to the top. Screen pass. Robert Matalik with a great open field tackle.
Miles Wilson. Brought down by number 40. Robbie Medelich.
Loss of 4 on the play. More importantly, the clock keeps spinning. 2nd and 14. Webby across the middle. Mark Ward, the intended receiver, incomplete.
Looks like we're going to get a roughing the passer.
Flag on the play.
Lucas Sartorio was draped all over Ward.
Looks like we're going to move back to New York.
Illegal block below the waist. 21 offense. 15-yard penalty.
Miles
Replay
Wilson
second
called
down.
for the penalty.
It's going to make it second and way long, man. Need a big play. Have a chance.
Ball spotted back on the 22. They need to get to midfield, so 2nd and 28. I don't know, you're an OC. You got any play calls for that?
Keep giving them a chance, possible PI.
Tyler Carey isolated up top.
Come back off and Tyler Carey. Good ball. Looked like
Flag.
Flag on the play.
Webby pass complete to number 13.
Flags
Tyler
on
Carey.
the 17-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 38. Maybe more if it's a spot foul.
I think the chop block, Aaron, you lose it down. I could be.
Oh, it,
yeah. So I think
Holding.
it's going to be.
Number 55 offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Nope, they got it wrong over there. It is second down. You're right.
So the ball is spotted now on the 11, so it is 2nd and 39. And if you're Shasta faithful, you're going the wrong way. And you're running out of time quickly. Few ARC fans over there chanting defense. And, you know, that's on this drive, that's the one thing that ARC has been able to do. They've been pressuring the quarterback because they know they're in passing situations now.
Yeah, they've only been bringing 4.
Yep. Play clock was down to 0, and I'm not sure they reset it properly.
Trying to say it's 3rd down.
ARC coach is over there giving the back judge a little piece of his mind.
I think he's thinking what I was thinking right there. I think they thought it was a loss of down because of the chop block. But
Yeah, but it was a live ball foul. Second and 39 is a little bit better than 3rd and 39, but not much. And it is 2nd and 39 from the 11-yard line. 2:11 left to go. Webby across the middle. Incomplete. Foster and Ward were both in the vicinity.
Number 15, Mark Ward.
Matalik.
Broken up by number 40,
yeah,
Robert
situations.
Medelich.
Obviously, a passing down. It's tough to find windows as a quarterback. Kind of just throwing it up and hoping your guys make a play.
You know, it's interesting though. They've gone away from the 2-back set. You know, with the fullback in there to that extra protection in and you're exchanging the extra receiver in there. And, Webby's been scrambling a little bit on this drive. 2 receivers to either side, single back. Tyler Carey with the ball. Wrestled out of bounds. On about the 14-yard line. It'll be 4th and forever. 2:02 left to go. You got to go for it. This is the ball game right here. Yeah, you tried a little slip screen there, and they sniffed it out. If you're ARC, you're in a beautiful position because they need 35 yards.
I'm bringing 4, and everyone else is at 20.
With 1:53 remaining in the fourth, American River College 53, your Knights 43.
Obviously Shasta has kind of shot themselves in the foot.
While we have this timeout, I'd like to thank Shasta Orthopedics, our main title sponsor. Whether you're a weekend warrior, or high school or junior college athlete, injuries occur, and when sports injuries happen, it's important to be seen quickly and by a qualified sports medicine specialist. If you find yourself bothered by a sports injury, turn to sports medicine specialist Dr. Eric Jenkinson at Shasta Orthopedics. Dr. Jenkinson has the experience and support of the most complete orthopedic center in the North State to get you back in the game. Doc Jenkinson and Shasta Orthopedics, changing what is possible. Stay tuned at the end of the broadcast. We will step aside for a moment. We'll be back with our Reading Rancheria player of the game, and I've got a pretty good idea who it might be, but stay tuned for that immediately following the broadcast. Shasta out of its timeout with a 4th and forever. Webby in the pistol. 3-step drop. 4-step out of the pocket. Heaves the ball downfield. It's going to be intercepted on the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Dom Spence. And he's made an impact. And that should just make this academic.
Tough game, man. Obviously, the last home game, the Knights defense made a lot of big plays against DVC to keep them in the football game, and unfortunately tonight it just wasn't the case. When the offense was making explosive plays and getting down the field, the defense was just unable to get a stop when they really needed it. But it was good to see the Knights capable of airing it out and getting explosive plays through the air.
First down, American River.
Continue to do that. So hopefully the Knights can find something off of this to build off of going into the rest of their conference play. But I know as a coaching staff and as a player on this team, there's not a whole lot of guys to go.
Yeah, you do like being able to score 43, but you got to hate 53. Yeah. That number is going to stick in your craw all week. And it's like we saw in the beginning, the first game of the season, where they allowed 13 of 16 third down conversions. It's just, you've got to find ways to get off the field, and Shasta hasn't. Tariq Parker still on his feet. Gets 9 yards, but this thing's just about over. 90 seconds left to go here in our ball game.
Yeah. Surprised they didn't just take a knee there, but.
Yeah, I think they were seeing. Shasta was going to burn its timeouts, but there's no point to you're down 10.
At the 31.
ARC slowing things up. ARC letting the play clock bleed down. It's under 10. Game clock under 40. ARC is going to move to 3-3 overall, 1-0 in conference. Drake Parker carry. Little John down there.
Run by Parker.
They don't have to run the ball. Shasta drops to 2-4, 0-1 in conference.
Nice up. Anderson.
ARC celebrating, and a good hard-fought win for them. Next week, Shasta will be at Sierra. ARC wants handshake, and Shasta's just going down to its side, and that's the ball game. Final score: American River 53, Shasta 43. You're listening to tonight's football on Shasta County Sports. We'll be back with the post-game wrap.
I'm Tracy Edwards, CEO of the Reading Rancheria. Giving back to our local community is a tradition that is firmly rooted in our history.
From our family at Market Street Blade and Barrel, thank you, Reading Rancheria, for all you do. You guys rock. Community, thanks again. See you soon.
From the family of Trendies, we want to thank Reading Rancheria for all you have done for the businesses of the community of Reading. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Reading Rancheria, proud to play our part.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
We all have greatness inside of us, a story waiting to be told, where the story you write today creates your better tomorrow. At Shasta College, we've written a legacy of helping students convert their calling into a career. Because this beautiful, wonderful life story that's been unfolding in front of you isn't written about you, it's written by you. Welcome to the next chapter. Learn more at shastacollege.edu.
On Saturday, October 29th.
Welcome back,
as they host
Shasta County Sports. Shasta College football. Aaron Williams, Tim Naylor, the post-game wrap brought to you by Reading Rancheria and our player of the game. I think it's a no-brainer, Timmy. Tyler Carey.
Thank you for your attendance at tonight's game.
They really needed him, so.
Enjoy.
Ty Carey,
Your
not just in plays where he's open. Some of these, it was just him strictly making this and making explosive plays. So shout out to him. He's done a great job for the Knights in his time here. So
yeah, and you know, but he's my pick as well. But it sucks to waste a 4-touchdown performance by somebody like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, anytime you score 43 points there, and that's you're hoping it doesn't give up anything more than that. But as we've seen all night long, there was just a lot of big explosive plays, and ARC just made a few more than they did. Like we talked about a little bit, I think at halftime, the big turning point was that kickoff touchdown. Anytime you put a special teams touchdown like that, it makes it tough to continue to have success. So they have to move forward and learn from the tough conference loss.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that Brian Hamilton always preaches to me. He's like, no one's going to feel sorry for me, so you just got to keep moving on. Got a really tough game next week at Sierra. We will be back on the air in 2 weeks. College of the Siskiyous rivalry game, 6 o'clock start here at Memorial Stadium. I'd like to thank everybody for pitching in tonight. Timmy, Brendan, thank you for manning the camera. Not the way the Knights wanted it to be, but you know, you just got to keep chopping wood. You got to keep moving.
Yep, that's the thing about this beautiful game of football is as soon as you lose a game and win a game, you go back to the film room one day, and then the very next day you're right back at it with these guys. So I'm sure Coach Hamilton and his staff will figure it out, continue to find ways to have success. But thanks for having me, Aaron. It's always a blessing to be part of Shasta County Sports and be on top of this stadium. So
Appreciate you. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Shasta Orthopedics, Raw Restaurant, Reading Rancheria, Clearview Auto Glass, and U.S. Cryotherapy. Again, our final, American River 53, Shasta 43. Thank you all for joining in, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Good night now.